Hello, mic testing 1 2 3. Hello, mic testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Hello, and good evening, everyone, to another live stream of SYWK podcast. Tonight it's going to be special because it's Halloween, and there are lots and lots of new stories which I have got for you. I would be telling you why do we celebrate Halloween. I would be suggesting you a scary book which you can read this Halloween week. Also, there are some couple of things which I need to tell you, so stick till the end. And welcome everyone, people who are there on Instagram. I am mainly live on YouTube, so do join me on YouTube. The link of my channel will be there in my bio, so just click on it and you can join. So welcome everyone. I have a couple of new stories, couple of new things which I need to update. So before we begin, oh, Alex is already here. I will join the stream in some time. Yes, Alex, please do. You're most welcome. Before Alex join, I have an exciting story which I got from the internet. And before I join, what am I saying? Before I start with the live stream, I would tell everyone, see, my live streams are all about entertaining people, entertaining you guys. So do not believe everything whatever happens on the live stream. It's all about entertainment. I do not provide not provide yeah, I do not spread blind faith and superstition. So this is one thing. So yes, this is only one thing which I had to tell you. So yeah, before Alex join, I would start with one of the stories. Okay, and this is a story which I found on a website called as yourghoststories.com, and the title is called as Clap. Okay, so before Alex join and before everyone joins, I will share this story. So here we go. I'll just put the camera off. I'll go to the another tab and I'll start reading. To start the story, let me first explain the layout of my house where this experience took place. When you climb up the stairs for the first floor, on the right you see 3 rooms. I was the middle one when this happened. My sister was in a room on my left, and my mother, brother, uncle, and cousin were in the room on the right. So this just happened now, about half an hour ago, around 5:30 p.m. I was in my dad's room crying, and there was no one in the room with me. I was walking and crying a lot. Actually, I was worried about my brother. Now, as I was crying, I heard a clap or a similar sound from right behind me, but when I turned, there was no one. At first, I thought it was my sister trying to distract me, but when I went to her room, she was sitting and studying. I asked her whether she came outside or not, and she said no, and neither did anyone from my mom's room. So I came back to the room to look for some logical reason, but I could not find none. I tried to see if there is any fallen objects in my room, but everything was in its place. If someone had come in the room, I would have heard the door open and close. When I heard the sound, I was facing the TV, so I would have seen the reflection of the person behind me. I did not get scared, but I just panicked a bit. But now I'm all right. The sound actually distracted me and I forgot my sorrow for some time. When I spoke to my mom and I told her everything about my incident, she gave me a logical reason, which is this room actually belongs to my grandfather. Before he got paralyzed and then died in 2019, he died in the ICU, but this room belonged to him for about 11 to 12 years. So he really had an attachment with it. Furthermore, being the youngest in all the cousins and staying in the same house with him, I was his most favorite grandchild. He never loved anyone like me. There is not much evidence that it was him, but I thought it might be because he loved and cared for me, and he could not see me sad. I know this could be some possibility of being a non paranormal experience, but it helped me control my tears, and I'm happy right now. Oh, and that was a story which I just read before starting my live stream. Uh, Sorry, I had late dinner as well, and I'm burping right now. Anyways, it is kind of creepy because the guy, he was sad and he was in a room where he's staying right now, but back in the day his grandfather used to stay, and after his grandfather passing away, the guy was kind of sad and he did not have anyone to share things with. So one day when he was crying in his room, he heard a clap sound, and it's not like uh, it was like a loud clap. So it was quite evident that he heard a clap sound. So he checked with his family members, he checked with his sister, mother, everything, but there was no logical explanation. But then when his mother told him that it might be possible that your grandfather still, like, his presence is still felt in the house, so maybe they must have connected the dots, because I feel even the mother must have experienced something. So yeah, that was the story which I wanted to tell you. And people who are still there on Instagram, I'm mainly live on YouTube, so do join my YouTube channel. The link is there in the description, so you can join in, and we are having a Halloween special tonight, so come listen to some scary stories. If you have something you can share. So yes, this is the first thing which I wanted to share, which is the story called as Clap. Now let's go to why do we celebrate Halloween? Yeah. Why do we celebrate Halloween? Okay, so I wanted to share this with you in my last live stream, but I could not. So I thought, why not in my tonight's live stream, because it's Halloween. Today is Halloween, 31st October, and a lot of people, at least the younger generation, they don't know why do we celebrate a lot of things, like for example Halloween or for another festival. So remember one thing, whenever you do something, whenever you are celebrating something, you should always know for what you are celebrating. You should know the reason. It's just because people are celebrating, that doesn't mean that you need to celebrate. Yes, you need to celebrate, but you should at least know why you are celebrating, or why you're doing this, why people during Halloween are dressing up like a ghost or having different costumes. Why is that? Okay, so I'm not like a, you can say, like a baba or something, and I don't have a complete information. Is the information what I got on the internet is that I am sharing with you guys. So the main reason what I know, and I can be wrong, and if you have more information about this, maybe you can just come on the live stream and tell me more information. This is what I have, and this is what I knew for so many years, that back in the days in Ireland, uh, people used to celebrate Halloween in a different way. First of all, back in the day, they used to celebrate in such a way that they used to have, they used to put human skin on their body. They used to wear like skull. They used to completely, dress themselves with a weird kind of costume. Now the costumes are completely different. It's more fun. It's more like a party, you can say like a theme party what we dress right now. But back in the day, people used to actually dress themselves with dead animal skins, with skulls, with bones. And the reason was, in Ireland, Irish people used to believe that on 31st of October, it is basically the end of summers and we are entering winters. So that was the only day they believe that it was like a, how do I say, it was like an open way for the souls, for the spirits, for the ghosts to come on earth. And the Irish people used to have bonfire, and they used to offer prayers for them. Like for example, how in Christianity we celebrate Saints Day, which is tomorrow, and on the 2nd of November is Souls Day. So basically it's kind of celebrating the death, people who died. So it was one day which they gave for everyone, that let's celebrate the death. And the dumbest thing what I feel what they did was, the reason why they dress themselves, I mean the humans dress themselves as ghosts, is that when on 31st October, when the spirits come to earth, they cannot identify the difference between humans and spirits, which is quite dumb, because they are spirits, they are ghosts, they are jinns. Obviously they will know the difference between humans and spirits. They have much higher power. So that was quite dumb, but I really don't know what was the real reason, but this is the explanation which I got from the internet. Now see, this culture has been there for so many years, and what actually and why they really celebrated that, and why they really dressed themselves in that way, only they know. Because the history and how people explain also differs year by year, generation by generation. Now also I'm explaining in a different way, so you never know what is the actual reason, but this is what we know, this is what I know. And then after that, slowly Halloween kind of became famous in US, and then obviously whatever people in US they do, it becomes like a world thing. So it became like a holiday itself. In the beginning, the church and a lot of governments did not allow that. In some countries, still it is not allowed, especially in the Middle East. But now it's become more like, it's become like a business, to be very frank with you. Business in the sense, costumes are being sold, parties are happening, there's another holiday where people have and they enjoy. So it's kind of become a business now, and a lot of children used to celebrate back in the day, but that children have become big now. So even eventually every group people, every group age celebrate this. So it is quite interesting. People on Instagram, I really don't know what to do. I am live on YouTube. So if you want to join the stream, come on YouTube. I cannot accept on Instagram. So you just come on YouTube. It will be much better. Okay. So that was my explanation why they celebrate Halloween, and what is the reason behind why we wear costume, and what is the reason behind why we have parties like this. Now, some of them have a different explanation that, we are kind of promoting evil, kind of promoting the devil. It's not that. It's just that every day, like for example, we have Father's Day, Mother's Day. So back in the day, they gave one particular day for the souls. And to date, even in our religion, we have something called as Saints Day and Souls Day. Souls Day is basically we pray for everyone who has left us and gone, like family members, friends, whoever we know. We pray for their soul, for peace. So I feel it's kind of the same thing, but it's celebrated different, in USA, and especially Irish people are celebrating it in a very different way. So yeah, that was one thing. So now going to the next thing, I would like to suggest you one book which I have. Yeah. Oh wait, 1 minute. Using MacBook and Windows at the same time, you get confused. Control. Okay. I hope you guys can see this. Hi, who's there online on Instagram? Who's this person? I can't figure out who is this person online on Instagram. I am mainly live on YouTube. So do come on YouTube. Okay. Okay, so this is a book which I would suggest you to read. Okay, for people who are not a reader and they are, in that level where they don't read extremely heavy books like with 100, 200 pages. This is a book which you need to check out. It's called as Possessed and Other Tales from the Dark. First of all, tell me you guys can hear my voice. Am I audible? Let me double check. Mic testing 1 2 3. Yes, I am. Whoever's there on Instagram, do join on YouTube. Instagram is just open so that you get notified, but I'm sharing screens, I'm sharing videos, I'm sharing all my stories on YouTube. The link of my YouTube channel is there in the bio. So I'm waiting for you guys on YouTube. I'm mainly live on YouTube. Aisha is there, I think so, on Instagram. Anyways, so people who cannot read a lot, you should check out this book. It's called as Possessed and Other Tales from the Dark. You can see this on the screen. It's extremely scary book to read, and it's quite simple. Hardly you can see 80 pages are there. It's a small book. There are 10 different stories. Okay, sorry, 10 different stories, and the author, his name is Abhishek Kumar Singh. It's a very beautiful person. I had an interview with him on my channel. You can say 2 years before. I had an interview with him. I got him on one of my live streams. I even narrated one of the chapters from his book, and I created that into an episode. So I will leave the link in the description, or I'll leave the link in the comments once the live stream is over. But you should check out this book, and if you want to listen to the story, then check out the episode which I have created, and then after that you buy the book. But trust me, 10 different stories, and his writing is fresh, his writing is new. It's not the typical stories what you get to hear. It's something different. There is 10 stories. Out of that, the 10th story, the last one, is amazing. Like, for example, when you're reading something, you know what's going to happen next, but in the 10th story, which is the last story, you don't know exactly what's happening. So yeah, so you should check out this book. So I will also leave the link right now. I'll leave the link right now in the chat. So go order it. And he's a new author. It's just his first book. I'm waiting for his second book. But trust me, support new authors, new content creators who create horror content. If you support them, if you support us, in short, we get that motivation to do more, and we are hungry to create more content. And I always support Mr. Abhishek Kumar Singh, because when I had a conversation with him, when I had an episode with him, it felt, very beautiful. Sometimes when you have conversations with few people, you connect, and you connect to a next level. So that is what it is. He's a beautiful person, and the book is also amazing, super scary. I remember, I'll give you an example. I think so it was the 4th chapter, 5th chapter. And now his writing is so different that the 4th or the 5th chapter I was reading. Okay, I started reading. Like, first paragraph is done, nothing scary. Second paragraph is done, nothing scary. And I'm almost towards the end of the story, and I'm wondering, why did this story even got accepted? And there is nothing horror in this. But immediately, the last line of the story fucked me up so much. I closed the book and I came running. And basically, I was sitting in my balcony and reading the book. I came running in my bedroom, and I put my blanket over, and I went to sleep, because that story, it gave the build. He wrote it in such a way that, are kuch nahi, and then immediately towards the end, he leaves you with something so super scary. The problem is, it remains with you. There are some stories which remains with you. So this was one of the books which is too personal to my heart, because I really love the author and I really love his book. So go check it out. It's going to be fun. So now I will okay, so now the link is available. Okay, you can find the link in the description, or you can find the link in the chat. Feel free to join in anytime and share your stories. Okay. Meanwhile, no one joins in. I have a couple of more stories which I would like to share. There is one story which I have already narrated, but I have narrated it, quite some time. So I thought, why not share it again? So before anyone does not join in, I will start narrating this story so you guys enjoy it. Okay, and the story is 1 minute. Yes. Story is my first paranormal experience in the Middle East. Where it is gone. Yeah, here it is. My first paranormal experience in the Middle East. So now see, the stories what I narrate, the stories what I share with you are from different websites. Some people have submitted some stories. Maybe I've heard it somewhere else. So I'm not telling you it's 100% true, but you need to enjoy the stories for entertainment and only for entertainment. So here we go. Okay, so I'll be putting the camera off and I'm going to narrate it right now. The title is My First Paranormal Experience in the Middle East. My name is Naveen, and I would like to share my personal paranormal experience in the apartment where I stayed with my wife and 2-year-old son in Sharjah, UAE. This is not just a story but a real experience that haunts us to date. It was in the year 2011 that we moved into the apartment, and on the very first night, my wife woke up from a sleep at around 2 am saying she saw someone standing near the bedroom door. I denied and said that this might happen in any new place. After this incident, one or two such incidents kept happening, and whenever my wife said something about this, I used to either make fun of her or try to convince her by saying, "These are all your imaginations." She often told me incidents like lights getting switched off, TV channels automatically getting changed. Kind of though I believed in paranormal presence, I did not want to show that, as she might get more panicked. It was during that time my kid started walking, and it was during the same period when I got scared and understood what was going on in my house. Since he's our only son, he used to play alone with his toys, but only then did we slowly realize and noticed that he was not playing all alone. We could see him playing and showing his toys as if there was another person with him. Also, we noticed that our son often played at one particular place where my wife claimed she saw someone standing on the very first night of us moving into this apartment. I felt a shiver run down my spine. On the same day at around 8 pm, my son was there in the bedroom playing with his toys. We remember that the lights were kept on, but after some time, when my wife went to have a check, she was stunned to see the lights were off. My son, who seemed like playing with someone until that time, suddenly stopped and gave a creepy smile looking at my wife. On hearing my wife scream, I immediately rushed to the place and took my son out of the bedroom. We immediately came out of the apartment and went to a nearby mosque to seek some help from the priest. He told us that there is a ghostly presence in the apartment and that we should not stay there any longer. He also said that sometimes the ghostly figure looks like me and sometimes like my wife, and that's the reason my son was not scared at all. For the next 10 days, we did not get into the apartment and managed to stay in one of my friend's house, and we finally vacated the flat. Now we moved into a new apartment and by God's grace did not experience any such incidents. Though the past still haunts us to date, and that was another experience which I shared. Oh, I didn't realize Alex has joined in. Alex, I am getting you 1 minute. I'm getting you in 3, 2, and 1. Hello.
Hey, sorry, I was talking on mute. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, now I can hear you.
How are you doing?
Good, good. How are you?
Busy day. Busy day. Hmm.
Yes, yes.
How are things going at your end?
Good. Finally, I got busy. I had some events which finally got over last week. So I managed to do a live stream on Saturday, and then tomorrow also I'll be doing a live
Saturday.
stream. Hopefully, yeah. Saturday also I did a live stream. It was unplanned. I was like,
Oh, okay.
I finish everything, and I thought, chalo, I just have time. I said because last Tuesday I did not do, so I thought let's utilize the time. So first of all, happy Halloween to you.
Happy Halloween to you as well.
Yes, thank you so much. So what stories do you have for tonight?
Yeah, I have a couple of stories, but these are not mine, I'll be honest with you. I've stolen it from an amazing YouTuber named Mr. Nightmare. Have you heard of him?
Yes, I do. I hear his stories. I mean, his videos as well. Sometime I
I
watch
mean,
his
he's
videos.
an amazing,
Hmm.
amazing narrator.
Yeah.
So this guy can actually sing nursery rhymes to you and make you piss in your pants. Is that good?
Yeah. I know.
So I'll tell you a story. I'll quickly. Yeah, just give me a minute.
Yeah. I'll be on mute for
Can
a
you hear
while,
me?
but
Because yeah,
yeah, I can hear
I'm
you.
using my laptop to talk to you.
Yes, I
So
can
just
hear
an
you.
explainer.
Yeah. But
Okay,
I'm going on mute now. Okay.
absolutely. Yeah. So I'll narrate this story. So again, this is from Mr. Nightmare. He he got this email from some person in the US. So the story goes this way. There was a girl sleeping in a room, maybe 14 years old, and you know, I think in the middle of the night she got up and she could see that there is a figure standing at the foot of the bed. And I mean, it was that room was not lit up, like it was dark, but it had a shade of moonlight coming into the room, and she could see that something or some figure is approaching towards her slowly. And this girl was terrified. She couldn't move a muscle, neither she could scream. She was just lying in bed, and all of a sudden this figure just came onto her, and she could see the face, and she sees that it's her mother. Okay, it's her mother who is lying on top of her. But again, she cannot shout, she cannot scream. She's almost paralyzed with fear. And in few seconds that figure just moves away from her and gets out of the room. After a few seconds, this girl regains control over her body, and she runs out of the room. Okay, she enters into another. She's screaming on the top of her voice, "Mummy, mummy," and all, and she's just running across the hallway and enters into another room, another bedroom. So at that time, her dad hugs her and he says, "Even I miss your mom. I think we both miss her." And then the narrator says that this incident happened 3 weeks after this girl's mom passed away. So that was the first story. You didn't get it.
No, no, I got it, but my fan is on. I kept the fan on, so I was just putting the
It's okay.
fan off so that the
It's very
breeze.
hot.
Yeah, it's
It's
getting
very
hot
hot
here.
there.
It's getting hot. And I can't put the fan on. I have like a small table fan with a small LED light. So I was trying to put it off. So this happened after 2 weeks, huh? Of the mother
After
passing.
3 weeks, yeah.
Three
After
weeks,
3
yeah,
weeks.
2, 3 weeks. Oh shit. Quite creepy. That this guy also, his stories, like even I hear, and the way he narrates, the way he shares the stories only are creepy. So I can
Not
imagine.
only the way he, I mean, yeah, the way he narrates, it's a
Hmm.
different level.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I have another story if you're okay, since
Yeah,
it is
yeah.
Halloween.
Please
So
go
again,
ahead.
this is from the same guy.
Hmm.
So the story goes this way. A mother and her daughter moves into a new house. Okay, so daughter is hardly 10 years old, and she writes this letter to Mr. Nightmare after 30 years. Like, this incident happened 30 years ago. So this lady is now 40 years old, and the story goes this way. They move into a new house. Everything seems okay. Nothing abnormal about that house. But when this girl is sleeping, okay, her mother would occasionally come into the room, kiss her forehead, tuck her in nicely, and she would move out. And this was quite normal. Nothing unusual about it, nothing abnormal about it. One night, while this girl is fast asleep, all of a sudden she wakes up and she sees that her mother is right in front of her, staring at her. Okay, and she's motionless. The mother is motionless, and she's just staring at the child. So again, this girl thinks that probably mother is playing some prank, or she's in the mood to play some game. So she just asks, mother, what are you doing? So the mother doesn't say anything. She says, just go back to bed. And slowly she walks backward into the closet and she closes the door. But she doesn't close the door completely. She keeps the door a little open, and the daughter can see two eyes peeping out of that closet, which obviously belongs to the mother. So next morning, when they're having breakfast, this girl asks, Mom, you were acting pretty weird last night. I was in bed and I saw you doing these things. She narrates the whole incident. To the mother's surprise, she says, I was never in your room last night.
Oh my god. I was expecting this. I was expecting that.
No, but again, the way I narrated
Shit.
might not be that effective.
No, no, no. Like, it was scary, but like, I had a doubt, like, there would be something with the mother. But quite
No,
creepy.
but till date, she doesn't know whether she was hallucinating or whether it was a paranormal activity or her mother was, night walking. But her mother never had a, you know, issue with night walking. So again, she's in two minds whether she really saw a ghost or whether she was hallucinating.
Oh, yeah.
Are there
There
any
are.
other storytellers waiting? Or
No, it's okay. Today is not very active. Like, only 7 people are there right now. It's okay. If you want, you can continue. Priyanka is there, but I'm not sure if she'll join. Yeah.
Yeah, today I don't have any stories of mine, so I'm just stealing stories from other people.
No
So yeah,
worries.
before I go to the next story, Desmond, yeah, tell me how is your day been so far?
It's been good. I came back home from work today, and then I don't know, for some reason I just went off to sleep, and I could not get up. Like, I just got up like 30 minutes before the live stream. There was something, I think so. I ate like a heavy meal or something and just
Hmm.
went off to sleep. It's quite a busy day, but it's okay. The only thing which excites me right now is, to do live stream. And in fact, I am so excited that I feel like doing live stream every day. That level of excitement is there. I want to do like
That's a
every
good
week.
thing.
Yeah. I enjoy, talking to you guys. I enjoy coming on the live stream, interacting. It's more fun for me. It feels much better than sitting with 4 friends and drinking. Instead of that, sit here and talk to you guys. That's much better. This is what I
Absolutely,
feel.
yeah. Yeah, I didn't know that
One,
you had a stream on Saturday.
yeah, it was an unplanned stream. Hardly anyone came because I did not announce it as well anywhere. I just did
Oh,
that on Instagram, but I did that like half an hour before or something. I was like,
oh.
I was almost done with all my work and all. And in fact, because of the event, what I was doing, I was going in the morning at 6 and coming back by 12. So I did not get time to eat, sleep, drink, nothing. So I finished my work by Thursday. Friday, whole day I slept. And then Saturday, I thought, let's I just immediately thought, let's do a live stream. So I waited for Jose to get over, Jose's stream to get over, and then I started.
So usually after Jose's stream is over, we usually go to Discord, and we chill out, like those stories and all, which goes on till 6 a.m. in the morning.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm a part of it. I forgot to put the link there. Normally, I do once in a while. I don't do it every day, but next time I'll put it. I'll put the link as well. Someone is asking on Instagram. See, basically, I'm live on YouTube, so Alex is there on YouTube and he's sharing his stories. So you're not able to hear if you're on Instagram. So if you want to hear the stories, please do come on YouTube. The link of my channel is in the bio. So just click it and come, and you can hear everyone's stories. I normally keep my Instagram also open. I may go live there, so people who are on following on Instagram, they get my notification.
That's good. Yeah.
Yes. Anyways, what's the
I'll
next story?
Next story. Yeah, next story is not about a ghost, but again, it's quite spooky. So the story goes this way: a lady is traveling from, let's say, Virginia to Connecticut. Okay, and it's almost 5 hours drive. And on the way, she sees a hitchhiker who's asking for lift. So she stops and she lets this guy in. And this guy, there is something very off about this guy. He doesn't talk much, and he's not focused. Like, he'll not look in one direction. He's looking everywhere, in all direction. And while talking to this lady, let's say this lady's name is Sharon. So while talking to Sharon, he's not looking at Sharon. He's looking everywhere other than looking at Sharon. So at the same time, there's a very eerie silence in the car. So she tries to turn the radio on to listen to some music. And then this guy says, I'm hungry. Do you have something to eat? So she offers him some chocolate, gives him water and all, and he drinks. And then they get into small conversation, like where is he from, and he also asks about this lady who's apparently very nice to him. And then all of a sudden, 2-3 days later, she drops that guy. Okay, and she drops him in a place where there is no human habitat. Okay, there's nobody close to that place. So she drops him and she goes on her way to Connecticut. So few days later, she switch on the TV and she sees that same man being caught by cops, and cops say that he's a psycho killer. That man is a psycho killer, and he has killed more than 60 ladies, 60 females in the US. And this lady is quite terrified because that man was sitting right next to her. He could have killed her, but he didn't. So during the verdict and all, in the courtroom, this lady attends one of the case, and she asked this man, you were sitting right next to me, and I could sense that there is something very weird about you. So this guy says, I got into the car with the intention of killing you, but you were so kind to me that I changed my mind. You offered me food. You were very nice in talking to, and you offered me water when I was thirsty. If you had to act smart with me, I would have killed you right then and there. So I mean, again, the way I narrate is different, but the way this guy narrates, so he narrates everything in detail, like what happens and how the guy was looking and all. So yeah, long story short, that guy was a serial killer or psycho killer, and he wanted to kill this lady, but his intentions change as soon as he knows what kind of nice lady is.
I remember hearing this story quite some time back. Yeah, nice, but it is kind of creepy as well. Just imagine, you are sitting with a serial killer, and then at the end you come to know, oh shit, and maybe she was one of the lucky ones who got saved.
Yeah, maybe that was not her time.
Yeah. Quite creepy.
So Desmond, I thought you'll be busy. You mentioned that you'll be busy with work. That's the reason I thought last week you won't have any stream. You said right, you have
E-
some event management.
yes, yes, yes. But now I'm all done. I'm all free now. November is the month where I'm going to create more contents, be regular on my live streams. But the only issue is that whenever I do live streams on Tuesday, people know that I do live stream on Tuesday, so they do join. But whenever I've done it on Saturday, very few people join. Now I'm not sure, is it because of the weekend and people are out, or really confusing, because I enjoy doing 2 live streams in a week, but
Uh-huh.
Saturdays low numbers and Tuesdays is good. People do come and they consume, they watch, they are interacting at least on Tuesday. So it's a
Yeah,
bit
Tuesday.
confusing.
Yeah, Tuesday it's scheduled, right? So I know
Hmm.
that you usually come on Tuesdays.
Hmm.
Saturday, I think it's not 100% confirmed, right? From your end, like
Saturdays,
whether
yeah,
you.
not 100% confirm. If I am like, if I have free time, then I can do it. But let's see how it goes. At least for the month of November, I'm planning to do Tuesdays and Saturdays, and then by mid of December, I'll be traveling to India, so I'll be recording some episodes and I'll be putting the episodes, scheduling it. But then, like after 15th, I'll not be able to do live streams till at least mid of Jan, because I'll be in
Yeah,
India.
yeah, yeah. 15th, I'll be in Goa. Yeah.
Yeah, even I'm going to go on the 23rd, going for Christmas. So yeah,
So
that is how the
usually,
plan.
yeah, during December, it's a lean period for me. So work-wise,
Hmm.
it's got chilled out.
Yeah, same here.
That is when I. Otherwise, the rest of the year it's quite crazy, like
Hmm.
work, work, work.
Yeah, too much work. Priyanka is
Yeah.
there. Priyanka is there. Then this person from Germany, Hani or Hani Pasha.
Oh, honey,
Awesome,
honey.
awesome narration, Alex. Big fan of your stories. Yeah, everyone is a big fan. All amazing stories you get for us every time.
Yeah, these ones are stolen ones. So.
Yeah, it's okay, no? Stories are stories. Eventually. Now, your stories also, what you narrated, you never know who must have heard on my stream, on Jose's stream. They might be telling it to another person. So, that is how stories travel.
True,
Priyanka is
true.
saying happy Halloween. Priyanka, why don't you join in? Please do join in. It's been long that you have not joined in and you have told me.
You want me to drop?
Um, anything,
Desmond?
anything, it's fine. Whatever you
I've got
want to.
one more story.
Yeah, you can go ahead. Meanwhile, Priyanka, be ready to join in after Alex. Okay, Alex, you can go ahead.
Sure. So again, this is not a ghost story or something, but again, it's a creepy story. Super
Hmm.
creepy. So in the US, they have this Craigslist, where you can sell your car, and if a buyer wants to buy the car, they will just go and check and see the best price. So you have
Hmm.
second-hand car, you have brand new car, similar to Car Becho site we have in India.
Hmm.
So uh, this guy who sends his story over to Mr. Nightmare, it is his story. So he mentions that he goes on to Craigslist site, and he sees that there's an amazing offer. There's a second-hand sedan which is worth 3,500 USD, and it's not very. I mean, it's not very old. Like hardly 2 years old car, and the mileage is good. Very hardly used and all, and it's in good condition. Never met with an accident. And this guy, he thinks to himself that it's an amazing offer. Like it's a throwaway price for that car. So he kinds of gets the number of that guy, and they have this chat. And he also asked, "Can I get your address so that I can come over and check the car in person, and also do a test drive if possible?" So he gives the address, okay, and then this guy lives at least 1 hour drive away from this place, this address which the other guy provided to him. So he drives all the way, and Now, when he reaches to that place, he sees that it's in a remote interior, and it's an isolated area, and it's a small house. It's a small house, and there's no doorbell. Okay, so this guy is knocking at the door, and he's waiting for somebody to answer, open the door, but nobody answers. Okay, and then after 5 minutes, this guy gets a little restless, and he calls. He calls on that number. He could hear the phone ringing inside. Okay, and now he's feeling a little weird that why isn't this guy opening the door? 5 minutes is a long time. What is he doing? So he tries to peep into the window. You know, there's a glass window, and he tries to peep into it, and it's pitch dark. It's pitch dark. Only thing he can see is oh, he sees that there is a man standing at the backyard. Okay, near the back door. So he knocks at the window, and this man doesn't react. Okay, this man is standing still and without any reaction. Now this is something very unusual, because even after making noise, this man doesn't move a muscle. So he tries to investigate what is really going on. So he goes to the back door. Okay, and he sees that there's a taxidermy human. I'll tell you what a taxidermy human is. And when he sees that, he runs away for his life. Okay, he runs away for his life, and when he's getting into the car, he sees that somebody is just looking at him, by sliding the curtain of a window, and he knows that somebody has been watching him this whole time. But that man definitely didn't want to sell the car, because he didn't see the sedan uh, anywhere, and he just hits on the gas, and he drives all the way to his home. Now, I'll tell you what a taxidermy human is. You know what a taxidermy human is, Desmond?
No, no.
In old Hindi movies, you have these animals. Animals which are killed, and their skin is stuffed with material
Hmm.
to give them a look-alike statue kind of
Ah, okay, okay, okay,
appearance,
yeah.
right?
Hmm.
You have statues of tigers, bears, and lions. So
Hmm.
they are taxidermy animals.
Hmm.
Animals, they are not alive, but they have this lifelike statue. So taxidermy human is the same. It's not a human, but a human being who has been killed probably, and his skin has been stuffed with material to look alive. So he sees that, and this guy just runs away from that place. So that was the story from Mr. Nightmare.
Shit, that's quite creepy, man. But what?
That is like
What?
Jeffrey Dahmer stuff.
Yeah. But what was the end in terms of like what actually happened towards the end? Like he's seen that, and then like do we know what happened after that?
Nothing. I mean, the story ends here.
Okay. Quite creepy, yeah.
Yeah. Very
Quite
creepy.
quite creepy, yeah.
But did you watch Jeffrey Dahmer?
I told you, right? I did watch like the third or fourth till the third episode or till the fourth episode, and after that I did not get time. I'm actually now I started on the weekend. I started watching The Watcher, so after this finished that. I'm starting
Watcher
on
is good. Watcher is good.
yeah. I told you the funny incident about Jeffrey Dahmer, right? It was, I think so, the
Yeah,
third
yeah.
or
You told me about
fourth episode. Yeah,
taking
my
of
mom.
incident.
Yeah, my mom just came in between, so I had to. And the thing is, my mom is still here. She'll be traveling back to India very soon. After that, then only I'll get free time to watch such content. Otherwise, it becomes difficult. But The Watcher is okay. There is not much of, at least till where I seen till the fourth
Watcher,
episode.
according to me, was I mean, okay, not that great. It was not that scary.
Not that, because I got suggestions from couple of friends, who shares, you should watch this, you should watch that, and during the work time when I was there, everyone sent message, you should watch this, you should watch it, and then during the weekend I was watching that. I have to still complete it. Some of them are saying it's a disappointment towards the end. Some are saying no, you should watch it. Blah
Absolutely, yeah.
blah. Is it?
I don't
Is
want
it
to.
that?
Yeah, no, no. I don't want to spoil it for you.
But give me a suggestion. Should I watch it till the end or like just
Watch
scrap
it
it
till
off?
the end. Watch it till
Okay.
the end. Don't
So
stop.
it's worth watching, you are saying. But
I
it
won't
is a
say that, but yeah,
disappointment.
I won't say that, but yeah, since you have invested
I
so
f-
much time and
is it the
energies.
same the husband, like the main person, is he himself the
No, I won't.
watcher?
I won't disclose that. Sorry. There's no fun to it, dude.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
even if
Then
if you get to know this, please disclose that to me as well. I've watched
okay.
the entire
Okay.
series,
I
so
will
let me know
try
who is
to.
the watcher.
I will. Maybe we'll have a once I finish for sure in one of the live streams I'm going to discuss about it.
But dude, watch this Haunting of the Hill House.
हाँ हाँ दैट
Oh,
तो हो गया ना हो गया अभी हॉन्टिंग ऑफ द हिल हाउस एंड देन देयर इज पार्ट 2 आल्सो नो ऑफ दैट हॉन्टिंग ऑफ something it is it's from the same director same makers
from Manor,
first
right?
is
Mill Creek Man or something.
something haunting of something it is so you should watch it's there on Netflix itself that released last year.
Yeah, these are old ones, like, not the new ones.
Yeah, but now when you go on Netflix there are a lot of horror content coming. It's already out and there are many things coming. So I'm just waiting. I'm getting time for myself and then I'll start watching all this.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
going
take
on.
take time, take proper rest.
Yeah.
Obviously, don't exert yourself.
That is the main thing.
Cool, Desmond. If
Okay.
there are people waiting, then I'll drop.
Sure. No problem. Thank you.
Yeah, nice talking
Thank
to
you,
you.
Alex. Lovely stories once again.
Happy Halloween again.
Same to you. Wish you the same. See you soon. Thank you.
Likewise. Bye.
Yes. Okay. Priyanka is saying, Desmond, go on mute, please. Then can hear Alex much better. Okay, I'm sorry. Should I end the live stream? Nice story, Alex. Hani. I hope I'm pronouncing it correct. You said you would be joining on my live stream, so if possible, do join the live stream. I'll be waiting to hear some stories from Germany. Priyanka Salve. The ending is disappointing of the series. I hope you're talking about The Watcher. Everyone said, watch it. There's another friend of mine who comes also on the live stream, Melvin. He said you should watch it. Priyanka said it's a disappointment. Someone else said, you should watch it. Quite scary. Anyways, in my last live stream, okay, I had shared one story, but I had shared that story towards the end. Now, people who are there here, I'm not sure they were there on my last live stream, but I thought, why not share it with you guys? Okay, it's a very short story. I thought, I would just share it with you guys once again. So, now for people who don't know, most of my life I lived. I was born in Goa, but I was brought up in a place called as Naigaon. Okay, Naigaon, Vasai is a place in the interiors of Mumbai. So I'll break down the story into 3 parts. First, I will tell you the backstory of the story. Then I'll give you the proper explanation what happened. And third thing, we'll try to see if there is any logical explanation. But before I narrate, we have another guest who has joined, and her name is Priyanka. So I'll be getting Priyanka on board, and then after that, I will share the story. So, Priyanka, I'm getting you in 3, 2, and 1.
Hi Desmond, how you
Hello,
guys?
Namaskar, Kasai Tumi.
Namaskar, happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween to you.
I'm sorry I disrupted your Vasai horror story you're going to say.
No problem. Once you're done, then I will share the story.
Now, since you insisted to come online and today is Halloween, I thought I should come
Yes.
and share some stories with you.
Oh my god, finally! Finally,
This
the
is,
sun
I
and
have
moon has
got,
come together.
yeah, I mean, in the past few days, I've got new content,
Okay.
and one is still an ongoing thing,
Oh,
and
wow.
yeah, and the other one I'll tell you.
Okay. Sure, go ahead. Should
Okay.
I go on mute because you put a comment? Put it
Yeah,
on mute because we can't hear
because you
Alex.
no, because then you can hear this whole vacuum happening, and then you muted in for a few seconds, and then it was crystal clear. So
Okay,
that's
I'll
why
be.
suggestion. It's a suggestion towards you.
Okay, I'll be quiet. Huh? I'll put on mute. I'll put my camera also off. Okay.
No, no, no. No, you have a conversation with me because it's like
Others
a
will get scared.
conversation.
Okay,
No,
but
no,
I'll
no.
I'll be on mute or should I have a
No, you
conversation?
stay normal now. Have a conversation.
Okay.
Like how we used to sit at the beach, Cornish.
Okay.
Okay, anyways. So, just 2 days ago, I met a friend of mine and she disclosed that her younger sister is
Hmm.
able to see spirits.
Oh.
And I
Okay.
was like, what? Like for real? And she's like, yes, for real. She can see.
Hmm.
And she has been able to see since she's been young. And how this topic came up is that she said what happened is they're all staying in a joint family. So she's married, and her daughter has been having nightmares.
Oh God.
So
Okay.
every time she's sleeping, she's like, Mama, I feel that someone is standing in front of me
Hmm.
and is continuously staring. And like then she wakes up in fear, and then she's like, it looks around, there's no one there, but you have this feeling that something is there or what, you get that vibe.
Hmm.
So she's like, no, maybe better you're just dreaming or something. But in back of her head, she also believes in all this and she knows ki there is something like this. And then she got in touch with her younger sister and she said, like, listen, my daughter, for example, let's call her, what name to call her?
Priyanka.
Chup re, I'm always your example, me and Alex.
Okay, Divyani. Divyani.
Divyani. So she's like, ki, Divyani's been having nightmares and she's feeling that something is there in her room. Can you please come and check it out? So now her younger sister, we'll call her Gunjan.
Hmm.
Okay. So Gunjan is like, listen, I am really scared. And I don't want to see. She's like, come on, you have to do it for the child. I'm
Hmm.
not asking you something weird because you have this power. I'm asking you, just come home and see if there is any something paranormal over here, and then we will do the needful. And their mama, he also is gifted. So he's like a Baba, like he can see things and tell you if there's something in your house, if someone किसी ने नजर लगाई है या जादू टोना किया है, black magic किया है. So he can give feedback about that. But now he is very far. He stays in
Okay.
Khapoli and
Hmm.
we are in Pune. So he's like to get him here and do something. But this is like something urgent. You please come.
Hmm.
So Gunjan is like, okay, I will come. So she comes and in the house, she's like, it's okay. And then she goes to Divyani's room, the daughter's room. And immediately she sees a spirit. She
Oh
sees
God.
a spirit of a man. And in front of the bed, she has like a chest,
Hmm.
like a things that she puts her stuff. And she's saw him standing on that.
Like a chest draw.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the spirit is standing there and it's a male.
Hmm.
And she said it's a very weird looking person, like not human, but human, but weird.
Hmm.
And then she said, ki, yeah, there is something in Divyani's room. She
Hmm.
confirmed it. So then they
Hmm.
called their uncle and they narrated the story. See, this is what is happening. Divyani's been having nightmares. Just to confirm, We called Gunjan. She came and she saw and she said ki there is.
Hmm.
So then he's like, yeah, okay, fine. So then he did some meditation and all, and then he's like, ki, yeah, that the spirit latched onto her from the corner of the street. There's like a whole dustbin space, where they throw all rubbish and all.
Hmm.
So in the evening when she had gone out with her cousins, so he got attracted to the daughter. He saw her and he followed her home.
Oh.
And since
How
then he's
young is the daughter? Like she.
she's a teenager.
Okay.
I think she's in the eighth or ninth standard now.
Hmm.
So she's a teenager.
Oh
And
shit.
then the mother, like my friend, she freaked out because she's like, I've heard that, there are like these demonic spirits, who even do obscene stuff to women. So, she didn't want her daughter to be exposed to that or the spirit doing something disgusting to the daughter. So she's like, "Yeah, okay, so Gunjan has come and checked it out. Uncle, what can we do like to get rid of it?" So then he said, "This is where the spirit has come. It's not harmful, but it's been there for like a week or so. And he's just been observing her, staring at her, like, being like fascinated, like the way you're looking at the camera, just like that.
Hmm.
And then because he's on Khopoli and, he can't come. So he told her, "Ki, listen, I will say a prayer. I will do my meditation from here, and even you repeat the prayer on your side."
Hmm.
And then they did that and they chanted out the prayer and all. And then the spirit left.
Hmm.
And then later the uncle said that spirit, when he came and he was loitering within the house and he was following her everywhere.
Okay.
And every time that they would uh, start prayers in the house, the spirit would run upstairs to the third floor. This is where the daughter's room was. So he used to
Okay.
go up there and hide during the prayers and the azan times and all.
Oh shit.
So they got rid of that spirit and now she's okay. So then I got more curious and I was like, okay, now that story was dope,
Hmm.
but now I want to know about Gunjan. Like,
How she can.
how can she see and her experiences?
Oh, this is
She's,
multiverse, what?
yeah. So I was like, how can Gunjan see and like what does she really see?
Hmm.
So then she was like, the spirits are not like humanly spirits. They're like very weird, demonic things. And she's like how the imaginations they have in movies.
Hmm.
Some creatures are like 100 times worse than what they have interpreted in the movies.
Okay.
And they are sometimes really huge. Some of them are naked and some of them are abnormally shaped
Hmm.
looks.
Hmm.
And she's like, only one time she's seen the spirit, like the demonic entity,
Hmm.
is like it was like really huge.
Not like a
And
human size.
not at all, not at all. It was like a monster. Like
Hmm.
it was so huge that she could only see the feet
Hmm.
and her eyes, she only kept it down and she's like, okay, this thing is growing, growing, growing,
Hmm.
and it's becoming to a massive thing. And only once she dared to look up and she said, "That's the worst thing I've ever seen," and it scared the shit out of her.
Oh God. Shit.
And she's like, after that, this is bachpan mein, huh?
Huh.
So after that, she's always walking with the head down. She never looks
On top.
straight
Okay.
up.
Yeah. Straight
No.
on top. Yeah.
हाँ, so मैं हमेशा ऐसे आंखें झुका के चलती है.
Oh shit.
True story.
You have another story because I just remembered one story which I heard on Jose's podcast. Can I narrate that?
Hmm.
Can I share it with you?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so it was
Can you
two or
put me on
three.
mute so that I don't.
How do I put you on? Ah, yeah, I can
I
put you
found
on.
it. Okay.
Okay. You're putting yourself?
Uh, yeah,
Wait,
I'll
I'll
put
put.
myself. So then if I want to comment, I can unmute myself.
Yes, yeah, correct, correct,
Don't
yeah.
block me. Go for it.
Yeah, so the thing was in 2 or 3 weeks before, I was listening to Jose's podcast and I was doing some work. So there, one female shared a story where, let's name the characters once again. Priyanka is there. Priyanka is like, you can say, in her, you can say 18, 19, okay, and she stays in Dubai. Now, Priyanka's mom had a best friend when they were in school and in college, and after that, life takes a turn and then they never meet, but they're always in touch through emails, SMS, WhatsApp, everything. So now, after almost 20 years, Priyanka's mother's friend from India, she travels to Dubai for some work, and she comes and she stays with Priyanka and Priyanka's mom. Both of them are extremely happy. They speak about what they did in college, blah blah blah, this, that, and all. And now Priyanka and the family was supposed to go to India, you can say, after 15-20 days. So now, when the conversation got over and when Priyanka's mother's friend, okay, let's name her as well. Her name can be Gunjan. Okay, so Gunjan and Gayatri. So Gayatri is Priyanka's mother's name and Gunjan is Gayatri's friend. So now Gunjan tells Gayatri, anyways, you're coming and meeting me in 15 days. So I will see you soon, this, that, and all. But Gayatri, for some reason, she gets a very strange feeling that, that she might not meet Gunjan uh, ever. And she felt very sad after Gunjan leaving. And Gayatri did tell this to Priyanka. But Priyanka said, no, it's okay. You met her after so long and you might be feeling sad and all. So it's okay. Anyways, in 15 days, you're going to meet. So now Gunjan is gone to India. After, you can say, 10 days, not 10 days, you can say after 2 or 5 days, Gunjan calls Gayatri and she says that, I have to tell you something important where no one is believing me and XYZ, and I need you to come to India right now. Now, it's difficult, like at least when you're working in the Middle East, it becomes difficult to suddenly take and leave. If only if it is like an extreme emergency, then you can. And anyways, Priyanka and Gayatri were going to India. So Gayatri told Gunjan that anyways, I'm coming in another 5 days. So we will meet. But Gunjan was in a complete different tension and something actually happened to her. So basically, what happened was that Gunjan is like an independent woman where she was married before and then after that she got divorced and then she purchased a new flat because she wanted to stay separately from her family because her parents kept irritating her, get married, so she purchased her own flat. So now it was the second day in her new flat where she wanted to go to the washroom. The house is still not set in terms of all boxes are still there, XYZ. So she goes to the washroom, which is in the bedroom. And now it's like, you can say, like a 2 BHK and
Master
one.
bedroom.
Yeah, master bedroom. So the minute she goes there, she sees a figure. Okay. And this figure is so huge that you cannot see the, you can say,
You can't
the
see the whole
person's
body.
face. You can't see the face. You
Yeah.
can just see, like, and she did not go and see to the extreme top, but she seen till till a level there where she got scared, and then she this ran from that house.
Yeah.
Nothing happened. She just seen one figure standing in the washroom when she put on the lights, and it was scary. And obviously, if you just think about it, you will get scared. So imagine what she must have gone through when she seen that. Now she left from the house, she went to the mother's house and she told the mother this, that, lot of things she told, but no one was ready to believe her. Now cut to Gayatri and Priyanka is come to India, and when they land to India, they get to know that Gunjan is no more. She
What?
dies. Yeah, she dies, and for that 5 days or that 4 days or 3 days, whatever days were remaining before Gayatri and Priyanka coming, she suffered a lot. And there is only one regret what Priyanka's mother has is that when Gunjan had called Gayatri to say that, I
Hmm.
want to speak to you, I want you right now, I'm feeling uncomfortable. That time Gayatri did not feel it was that important. She knew that something is wrong because even when they met in Dubai, she felt that, she's meeting her for the last time, which actually
Hmm.
happened. And the end of the story is like, she regrets that she could not speak to her and she wanted to speak to her towards the end, but that's the only thing which is eating her right now. And that was a story what someone like one, I think so, the character Priyanka, the daughter, had come and shared the story. So it
Oh my
was,
God, that's so
it,
sad.
yeah, it's quite sad. And they say that there was like a demonic entity which was present in that flat,
Hmm.
which which because sometimes there are some evil powers which a normal human being cannot fight with, and then
Yes.
we end up giving our life, or we just can't take it, so we die.
Maybe
So
you have to be spiritually strong to go against any of these demonic entities.
yes, 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 yes. And coming from a country where it is a different religion, which country I am, and you also stayed in one of the
Hmm.
Middle East countries. So
Yes.
now last week I had events like the exhibitions were on, and also whenever I had
Hmm.
free time, I was having tea and whatever with tea, what you have. So I was just
Hmm.
going out for breaks and all. So there was some temp staff which we had hired, and they are all, you can say, locals, and they were telling me, couple of stories which I will tell you, but
Hmm.
after you tell me the stories, like whatever you have, you tell. Then I'll tell you one interesting stories where he told me this in the afternoon, and I got scared. But I will not able to
You
narrate
always
like
can.
I'll not able to narrate like how he did, but I will still share that. But after
Yeah.
Priyanka.
Yeah. No, I just have like a small incident that is like I told you, it's an ongoing incident.
Hmm.
So I'm waiting to see how it all turns out. So my brother and Bhabhi, they stay in a separate house in Pune, right?
Hmm.
So their worker, her daughter is gotten possessed.
Like the helper's
So
daughter.
yes.
Okay.
So she said ki that she's been acting weird and very vague,
Hmm.
and just middle of nowhere, she's getting bruises, she's getting scratch marks on her body. So she's not able to figure out like what's happening. So then
Okay.
the other servant, like the helpers, no, they spoke in the society, and she's like कि उसको हवा लगी है.
Hmm.
हवा मतलब like what happened, like there was a demonic entity and something,
Hmm.
and that day she had this fancy dress competition or something.
Hmm.
So she had dressed up like a Maharashtrian, a kashta and all this and that, and that entity liked the appearance or something, and it is lashed onto her.
Hmm.
So now she's Hindu, and now she's like trying to figure it out, like how to get rid of it. So she told her to go to this Baba, who is a Muslim Baba who does this.
Hmm.
But every time they are trying to take her there, the entity is like physically abusing the child, and they're not able to
Hmm.
reach the destination.
Oh
So this is
shit.
still an ongoing thing.
Hmm.
So I will keep you posted uh, कि क्या होता है अभी उसका.
Oh wow.
So because
This is.
now during this Diwali vacation, mom has come to us. So she told us because she was telling my mom कि असं असं चाललंय. I don't know what
Ah.
to do.
Shit.
So we'll get the update. So for Diwali chutti when she's off.
But I
So
hope she gets better soon, and let's all pray
Yeah,
for that. Yeah.
me too. And this is like the new thing I'm coming across, where these
Hmm.
spirits are just like latching on and black magic being done. And
We all need to be aware. Trust me, people.
yeah, and like I know you've been saying in your previous episodes, and what's shocking is the people who are putting the black magic and this evil
Hmm.
spells is none other than your own family members or the people you really know.
Yeah. Why
Because
will an
strangers
unknown
don't
person? Yeah, stranger will never
care
do
about
that.
what
Yeah.
whether you're succeeding, not succeeding.
Hmm.
It's your own people who are putting the jinx on you, unfortunately.
And what I feel, you don't need to go to an extreme level to do a black magic as well. There is, I believe, something in called as negative vibe and positive vibe, which
हाँ वो exactly नजर लगा रहे हैं.
nazar, yeah, every human being have that, because sometime, like, for example, like if I go to office, or I always get a
Hmm.
negative vibe because everyone is frustrated, no one wants to work, and but they're still
Yeah.
working and blah blah blah. But when you meet some people, uh, it's different. Now there is a colleague in my office, her name is Roxanne, and there is a new colleague in my office, her name is Aisha. So I get
Hmm.
very positive vibes with them, but with everyone
Yeah.
else, it's very negative. But there are people, like, I don't know if anyone knows this, but 3 weeks before I was almost ready to close my whatever I'm doing right now on YouTube and this. I had packed everything. I put
What?
my
I didn't know about this.
yeah, I put my laptop off. I packed all my
नजर लगी है
lights.
तेरे को
This,
डेस्मंड.
trust me, I was having a conversation with someone who in my inner circle, and that person, like, demotivated me so much that after that conversation, I just packed everything and I kept it. But then after 2 or 3 days, I realized, this live streams, what I do, and when people come and talk, this is what
We
I
look forward
enjoy.
for it.
I enjoy myself, even though I'm tired, I still try my best to do everything. So
Yeah.
then I got motivated by myself and I said, Chalo, वापस चालू करते
Best
हैं."
motivation is self motivation, Desmond.
Yes, yes, yes. It is, it is. So
So now tell
now,
your story.
yeah, I was having a couple of more stories. So now, these are the stories which is being told by locals. Okay. Now, I'm not blaming anyone or I'm not disrespecting anyone, but this is his words where they, I mean, in general, Muslims, they don't believe in spirits. They believe in something which is called as jinns. Now, everyone knows what is the meaning of jinn and how they form and blah blah blah.
So true.
So now, as per them, and this is what I have heard, I'm just telling it to you guys. So, you know, I can't be 100% true, but this is from a first hand person, so I'm just sharing it with you. So now there are good jinns and bad jinns. Okay, so there is one story where even you are a part of a Middle East country where you live for many years. So now the culture in the Middle East is that during the weekends you go to you know to some
Desert
interior,
safari.
yeah, like desert safari, not desert safari, but some interior place for camping, barbecue, and this
Yeah,
and that,
that's what you go into remote places
yes.
away from
and
the city life.
and now slowly it's getting little bit cold here, but I don't know
Yeah.
why I'm feeling hot right now. That is different. But now
Hmm.
plans are making of camping and this, that, and all. So now this was, like, you can say 2 years before, when it was during winter time. Now this are a group of people who they don't drink. Okay, they just, maybe you can say, smoke cigarettes, smoke shisha, and they'll do barbecue, they'll play cards. This is normal things, have chai and all. This is the normal outing which they have. Now every normal person will go to a normal place where people are there, like, at least 2 3 other families are there. But now these people were all young, they had kida in their somewhere. So they decided that they'll go to a place which is extremely towards the interior. Now in the country where I live, there are small villages, like small villages where it's not even developed, in the sense their mindset is also, completely different.
Authentically, Middle Eastern people.
Yes, and if you remember, I had shared the story which I had experienced in Salala with me and my
Yeah,
wife. So
yeah,
that kind of people over there. So
yeah.
now towards the entrance of the village, there is like like the beach is close to that, and the village is also, hardly, you can say, 5 to 6 small buildings. It's not even that big. So they are sitting closer to the beach, but it is covered with, you can say, uh, bushes and trees and lot of things. It's like a dense area. Sitting there doing barbecue, this, that, and all. Now they heard, okay, they heard. And anyways, the country where we live, it's quite small, and the stories keep getting circulated. So they heard that place where they are camping that evening is kind of haunted, but they still wanted to go, and they still wanted to explore that fun what people feel when they go to a haunted place. So now they're doing barbecue, this, that, and all, and suddenly they can hear. This is what they can hear. He actually did this, okay, and
Scary.
this is not a human voice. It
It's
felt
like
like,
a weird roar,
yeah, and it is like,
like a beast.
the more it is the voice they can hear now, it feels like there's more power in that. Like,
Hmm.
the volume is increasing and increasing. Now they are getting scared. And the guy who's telling me the story, he's kind of a non-believer, and he tries to
Hmm.
be in a more logical way. So he's trying to
Hmm.
figure out who it is. So he assumed first it is, someone from the
Trying
group
to
is
scare
trying to
them.
scare them. But it was no one. And in fact, everyone in that friend circle, or everyone in that group, uh, were scared when they heard that. So he's trying to figure out who it is. So now the house is behind them. Okay. On the
Hmm.
left hand side, there are like bushes and all.
Hmm.
And now, he can see not the complete bush, but one part shaking,
Hmm.
little bit shaking. Now, if you put logic, it's like, if someone is
So now you
walking.
must be thinking it's like an animal or something there.
Yeah. So now we, means I and them who told me the story, no
Hmm.
one knows what it was. It was an animal, or it was someone who was walking. What, I really don't know what
You're
exactly it
looking
was.
behind. What's behind Desmond?
No, the door little bit opened, so yeah. So when someone walks and the bushes are shaking from top, only one particular place, huh? It's just shaking here.
Yeah.
It's not shaking whole thing. And the voice has started to come from there now. So now these people are shit scared. People, whoever's there, they jumped and they ran inside the car, this, that, and all. And now they are driving back now. And to reach to the main road, it will take at least 5 minutes, because to come to this
Yes.
place, there is off road, like
Yeah.
sand, little bit of sand and all.
Hmm.
So now when they're driving back, okay, they can see someone running towards them,
Oh,
but it in
freak.
a very blur thing. Now it can be, what was my logical explanation, it can be like maybe like the sand or a dust which created a form, and it was in your mind that someone was running. But what he said was, when they stopped the car, that person also stopped. When again they started the car, again the person started running behind them. But the guy who told me the story, before leaving the place, actually
Hmm.
in Urdu and Arabic, they say that just forgive us, or whatever, something he said, like
Hmm.
maaf karo, we will never come back here, forgive us. And then he said some prayers or whatever in the religion,
Hmm.
and he left. So this was one story. Okay, now
Wow.
cut to he comes next morning to actually see what was.
Investigate.
Yeah, to investigate. And this is only like that guy. Okay, no one else came, no one had the balls also to come. Now the scary part was, first of all, when he reached there, again he said, I'm really sorry, मैंने बोला था कि मैं कभी वापस नहीं आएगा, but still I'm come here.
Hmm.
But just forgive me, and whatever we have done and whatever we have said, anything here, please forgive us and please let us go. And he
Hmm.
has said this, he told me that whenever you feel something, you should always say a prayers, and you should always say that, we are leaving, we are not come to harm you here. Please
Yeah.
allow us to go. Trust me, this is something. And the creepy part was, he clearly remembers that the bushes were to an
Hmm.
extreme level where it can cover a normal human height, like it can be above like 5 or 6 feet.
Yeah.
Clearly he remembers. Okay, but when he went in the morning, the bushes were like, like just your waist level, which is
Huh?
next, yeah, which is next to impossible. He's saying ऐसा हो ही नहीं सकता है. हम लोग सब ने देखा था कि it was like, above the, like, 6 feet. And how it is possible in one night? Who will cut that also, everything?
Yeah, and trim everything.
Yeah, and the thing was, when they were in the night, when they were camping, it was pitch dark, in the sense, there was no street lights, and sometime when you go in
Yeah.
the interior, it's pitch dark, so it was only the
It's
bonfire.
pitch dark.
Bonfire. The
Hmm.
thing what creeped them out was that voice. Ugh! That voice creeped them so much to that level, and he has never gone to that place again, because he feels that, see, maybe there might be some demonic entity, but they feel it might be a jinn
Yeah.
who does not want to get disturbed, and that might be his space which they
Yes.
went and disturbed. So he always told me, whenever you go to any place, you should do this. And the fuck up
Yeah.
was, uh, my wife and myself, when we went to Salala,
Hmm.
not this year, before that in 2021, we had gone to an like in ruins, like an ancient village where only the ruins are there, and it is mentioned there, like,
Ah, you went in the afternoon there, no?
yeah, in the
Yeah,
afternoon
I
we
heard
went.
you.
In the
I heard that
afternoon we went
episode.
there, and then my wife, she wanted to pee. So there like nothing is there, and the fuck up was, we had gone during COVID time where no tourist was there, and she peed
Yeah.
there. And I don't know, something, just told me that you say a prayers. I'm not joking. I said a
Mm.
prayers, and I said that if there is anything here, please forgive us. And we left from there after that, and it was in the afternoon. It was quite creepy because no one was there. And then
Yeah.
this guy told me, whenever such incidents happen, and especially in terms of peeing, you should never pee anywhere. This is what I've heard a lot, because you never
Yeah.
know if there is someone's grave there, someone has died there, and
No, but this is a logic. Sorry to cut you off, but
yeah.
my friends, like I have a lot of Bhuri Muslim friends.
Hmm.
So even they say like every time, like the boys,
Hmm.
so they go to Galia Court and all. I think we discussed about this in one of your episodes.
Hmm.
So he said that they have been told if at all they want to stop and pee anywhere, you
Hmm.
should always make some noise or cough or
Hmm.
say like excuse me, because if
Yeah.
there is a spirit that is lingering around the tree or the wall or whatever, and
Hmm.
especially in India how people want to just urinate on the side of the road,
Correct.
so then all these filthy spirits, they linger more close to all these where the filth is,
Hmm.
and then they latch on to you.
Hmm.
So that's why you should cough or make a noise, and or even say a prayer. Like if you get the feeling, it's better to say a prayer that for 30 seconds, and ask for forgiveness and leave from there.
Yeah, man, it is.
Like
It's
it's so
quite
true.
creepy.
Mm. You have your
One.
friend saying, Guten Tag, Desmond, happy Halloween.
Yes, Guten Tag is, I think so. Good afternoon, good
Guten
morning.
Tag. Yeah.
Greeting, yeah. Guten Tag.
German.
Yes. And there is one more which
Hmm.
you might find it interesting. Okay.
Now I'm
Mm.
remembering all the Middle East stories because I used to be roaming in the nights,
Hmm.
and then I used to ask my Uber drivers, do you have
Hmm.
any stories? Because they are non-locals now.
Hmm. 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 So
So I'll
they
tell you,
used
it's a short
to.
story.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so he said,
Hmm.
imagine I mean, this was like very freaky and weird
Hmm.
because technology is there now, right? He said uh, he got a message on the app, on the
Hmm.
Uber app, come and pick me up at this point.
Hmm.
So the driver was so engrossed, it was in the evening, like around 9:30. He's
Hmm.
driving and he went, and it was a little secluded area. He kept driving and he reached the destination because he was looking in the mobile, okay, kahan jana hai, left jana hai, right jana hai, seedha jana hai. And when he arrived over there was no one there. And then he realized he was in the middle of the cemetery.
Arre, re, re, re. Shit. And how did
They
the
felt
app take
so
him there?
badly. That's what he couldn't figure out. And even I was just racking my brain. I was like, now ghosts have apps too.
Someone
So
must
it
have played a
no he
prank.
no the thing is the apps showed
Hmm.
that this person is here,
Hmm.
and he looked around, he turned the car around, and there was not a single person over there.
Hmm. Shit.
And he
Super
just
scary.
like he turned the car and he just drove out as fast as he could.
Shit. But he didn't call that client or whatever.
No, nothing.
Shit.
And
Maybe
he even
the.
sent like I've arrived and he's seeing that it's there, but there was no one there. And it is showing that the person is here.
Oh shit. Last Uber ride.
Yeah, and he's like, that's happened a couple of times. I said, maybe your app is haunted then.
Hmm.
Scary.
Quite
Anyways, your
scary.
story.
Yeah. So this might, you might find it interesting, or you must have heard this. You know that someone who I am with is also in from the same religion you are. Correct?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. So this is a story from that particular church. Okay. I don't want to go
Okay.
in details, but you know
Yeah,
what am I saying.
yeah.
So now this church members are more active in terms of everyone is into music and everyone sings the hymn and everyone is like an active member in the church because
Hmm.
it's kind of, you can say
Praise and
hardly
worship.
yeah, like hardly you can say 50-100 members are there, not a big
Hmm.
church.
Hmm.
So I got introduced to this church later on, but this is the story which happened way before. So now there
Hmm.
was a female. She was, you can say, in her 10th or 11th standard, and most of the family who belong to this church put their kids into music, like you learn
Hmm.
the piano, you learn the guitar and this that and all.
You learn the instruments and then join the
Yes,
choir.
correct. So now before this happening, she started learning music from a normal, from the neighbor or somewhere, not from a religious person or not someone from
Hmm.
the church. She just learned from some neighbor or someone. So now what happened is, and this is a fact, I have shared this in my couple of previous live streams as well. Now there is, you can say, uh, evil force or evil spirit in all the uh, how do I say, in all the art forms. Like if you want to become like a famous artist, then
Hmm.
you have to, like for example the Illuminati, if you can, if
Yeah,
you give
that's what came to my head.
yeah, if
Illuminatis.
you give your souls and whatever, if you do something, then
Yeah,
they make you famous in terms of
yeah. So basically,
music
you sell
and
your
this. Yeah.
soul to the devil.
Yeah, so in that process, when she was learning, when she started meeting a lot of people, and when you're in music, you meet a lot of artists who's in bands and blah blah
Hmm.
blah. So she started chilling with some kind of group which were a member of that society, where
Oh.
we will give you a fame and this and that and all,
Hmm.
uh, but you
In
have to
exchange
do
for?
for whatever, do some evil thing or soul or whatever.
Yeah,
So
recruit
now,
more.
yeah, she was, you can say, 11 or 12 years old. She didn't know what she was doing, and her parents also didn't know. The parents were busy working, so they assumed that she's learning music. Now, when she went into that, the thing is, you cannot turn back from this. Once you're in it, you're in it.
Hmm.
It is extremely difficult to get out of it. Now she had not committed anything in terms of I'm going to give my soul and blah blah blah, but
Yeah.
she just joined, so she knew everything. Little bit she was knowing that if you do this, then you will get fame, you will get everything.
Hmm.
In that process, her parents came to know that she's going in the wrong hands.
Oh
The
no.
parents stopped everything. They said, don't learn music, you chill at home, this that and all. Now
Hmm.
remember one thing, it's a proven fact. If you want to curse someone, or if you want to put an evil eye on that person,
Yeah.
it takes no time. But if you have to remove that, it will
It
take
takes hell
forever.
of a time. Yeah.
It will take years it will take.
Yes.
So now she suddenly, the female, okay, she suddenly discontinued all activities what she was doing. So what happened is it started affecting her uh, mental mental state, physical, everything. So
Hmm.
she eventually had, she was like an hefty girl. She shrinked. She
Oh
started
no.
falling sick, and she started reacting in a very bad way. I think so. She was kind of possessed for a while. Where she used to just not be herself. She used to abuse. She used to
Hmm.
fight. She used to get angry.
It's like
It was,
something else was taking
yeah,
over her.
it was not herself.
Hmm.
Okay. Then, since being from the church where they were, a lot of priests, a lot of members, everything, like
Hmm.
it was like every day someone used to come and have like a prayer meeting where they used to pray on her, and this
Wow.
went on for many years. Okay, and it's a
Years.
small, yeah, years till she was not 18, 19. She was not fine. So catch from
Wow,
12
that's
to
like
18.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So
long time.
yeah, long time. They kept saying prayers and all. And when I got introduced to the church and when I used to visit,
Hmm.
the person who I know, she used to tell me, okay, this is this. We are going to this house and that house, and I used to get
Hmm.
gan fat out because I would not go. I would never go there.
Yeah. You're like,
So
okay, I'm gonna skip this house
yeah,
visit today.
yeah. Finish. Good night. I'm not coming there. So this is what had happened, and eventually, good will always win.
Yes.
That is one thing which everyone need to keep in mind. So she became normal. She is an active member of the church where she's playing the piano. She knows music, this, that, and all. In fact, she got married also to someone from the church, and she is somewhere in Germany right now. Germany or Switzerland, I really don't know, but she has shifted from here, from India, I mean, and
Hmm.
happy person. But I met her. I seen her in the in the church and all.
During that stay?
No, no, no. I didn't meet her during that shit because she used to never come. No, she used to always be at home. She was homeschooled.
Hmm.
Everything. She never went to school. Like everything at home. So homeschool, all graduation, everything degree she got very late. But then eventually, alhamdulillah, everything is fine. They are okay, married, this, that, and all. But I did meet her when she started coming to church and started very pretty looking, sweet person.
Sweet
But
girl.
the thing is, there is one thing when you yourself experience something so strange and such supernatural thing, they don't like to talk. And I
Yeah.
was not so close to that person to ask her. I did ask my person who I knew, so she told me the story. But i I always wanted to speak to her, but it does not feel right also to speak to her because it will bring back everything whatever she went through.
Yeah, and maybe sometimes they do pray and do things for the person to forget about that episode.
Hmm.
Or, sometimes the person wants the entity has left or something, they don't have memory of it.
Mm.
So that also happens. But what you said is so true, that asking someone to relive that
Mm.
is not easy, because you remember I told you the story about the Sri Lankan girl
Yeah,
who
yeah.
could see spirits and all,
Mm.
the mirror
Mm-hmm.
story.
Yeah, 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 correct, yeah.
So I saw the fear in her eyes and the uneasiness in her body language and all, and I was like,
Mm.
dude, don't tell me you're seeing something right now. She's like, no, but to relive that and to remember the things that they've seen,
Mm.
they don't want to talk about it. But then there are people like you and me who are so inquisitive, who want to know, like, what is it you see and all.
Yeah,
But
quite creepy, man.
yeah, so they want to pretend as if they don't see it,
Hmm.
because ignorance is a bliss.
Yeah, it is. And the thing is, during this event, there was a temp staff who had come, and this temp
Hmm.
staff knew one of my colleagues. And the colleague was telling me, that, XYZ has happened with that person. And then when we were having tea, and my colleague asked this temp staff, can you tell about that? He said, no, I am not comfortable. So just imagine, that. And the thing was, they are from this country, they are different
Hmm.
religion.
Yeah.
I know something about the story where the person was attacked by a jinn, and the
Hmm.
jinn was so powerful that a lot of people seen this guy
Hmm.
walking on the wall like this, but not towards
Like a
not
spider.
towards not towards
The
the end,
ceiling.
like he
That
just took like
halfway. I mean, that is even
halfway,
4 steps is also scary.
4 steps. And then what happened is, the thing is, it is a proven fact that jinns are more powerful in terms of
Hmm.
humans. So the jinn was trying to run away, where he started walking, and then he realized that, why
He's
am I
stuck in a human body.
yeah, so he left the human body. So after 4 steps, this guy fell down, and the jinn ran away, and then again it came. And that is so scary, because the
Oh
guy
my
who told
God.
the guy who told me the first story, which I told you,
Yeah.
they're all like a group of friends and family members
Hmm.
who came to work together.
They're all
So
locals or
now,
what?
yeah, so I'll
Hmm.
I'll name them. For example, uh, let's name Alex, and let's name Roger. So now Roger and
Roger.
Alex. Yeah. So Alex is the one who is kind of possessed, in terms of the jinn has attacked
Hmm.
Alex. Now Roger is someone who is not scared of these people, and he can, you can say, talk to them. And Roger comes from, in the religion, there was
Hmm.
a main person in the religion, and
Yeah.
same bloodline.
Yeah.
Roger is from that family. So
Wow.
Roger's father is also like a very religious person. Roger is also very
Hmm.
religious. Their faith is very strong, and they don't get scared.
Correct.
So when this Alex was possessed, and when Roger went to the house, they started speaking. Now the thing is, he told me, means Roger told me such
Hmm.
incidents which creeps everyone out, because everyone was going and trying to speak to Alex, and trying to not speak to Alex, but trying to speak to the jinn.
Yeah.
But it when Roger went, he said, the jinn told Roger, I know you like this girl, I know you like. He told all the history. Jinn knows everything. And
Yeah.
it was first time Roger got scared, because he was not interacting with a human, he was interacting with a jinn. So
Yeah.
whoever was going, was the jinn was trying to open their pole, like, I know you did this, I know
Yeah.
you did that, this, that, and all. And he was not ready to leave. So eventually what happened was, Roger and whoever that, the community people, they got to know there was 7 to 8 jinns who was there in,
Possessing him alone.
yes, in Alex's body.
Yeah.
Now, as I told you, when you're when someone gets possessed, it will
Hmm.
get done like this. But when you have to heal that person, it takes time. So now a
Correct.
lot of people are coming and praying and praying and praying and praying. So out of that 6, only 1 is left. So when you
Oh
pray,
my
you know,
God.
when you pray, either you can vanish, you can tell the jinn to go, and or if your prayers are very strong, you can, you know, I don't know, you
Send
can
it back
kill,
where it came
send it
from.
back, or yeah, you can't kill the jinn or something, but send it back.
No.
But there was one jinn, okay? Now this is something creepy. Be
Hmm.
careful, there is one jinn which is still there. Lot of people are coming, praying, not ready to leave.
So, for
So,
example, out of the 6, 5 have gone and the sixth one is
yeah,
still there.
the 6th one is still there, and that is the most powerful one.
Oh my
Not
God.
ready to leave, not ready to leave.
Stubborn one.
So now there was one, you can say like a priest or whatever, was talking to the jinn, like, why you are not leaving. Now this
Hmm.
thing, what he told, creeped the fuck out of me. So now we all know that jinns also have their own life, they have their own world, and
Yes, parallel
uh,
world.
the ruler, the ruler of the jinn world is Shaitan, the
Yes.
the king or the ruler of the hell, you can say.
Damned.
Yeah. So now we all know that jinn also have families, and they have also have to follow the shaitan's terms and condition. So
Hmm.
that jinn who was in Alex's body also
Hmm.
had a family which was threatened by the shaitan, and shaitan told that I want a human soul. If you don't get, I will kill your family. This
What?
this was the thing which I got to know. This fellow told me.
Hmm.
So first of all, it is very difficult to process this. But then when I
Yeah,
sat,
I'm thinking about this, like jinns having a family.
yes, they do. I'm telling you, read about it. They do have. It's normal.
I will need to research a little bit more
I
on
have
that. I'll
I
get
have
back to
done
you.
yeah, I have done an episode also about it. They
Hmm.
have
Hmm.
family. It's a parallel world. They have everything. It's everything normal. Like how we have everything is
Hmm.
normal, but they are more superior. They are more powerful than us.
Hmm.
But the thing was, when even even the shaitan or the devil, he was also a fallen
Hmm.
angel. He was also a
Yeah,
part.
Lucifer.
Yeah, even he was a part of God, and then Lucifer decided that why should we follow God's
Hmm.
command?
Ego.
Yeah, we can do so. Lucifer convinced, and jinns are, you can say, kind of not angels,
They're
but they
made.
are
No, they've
they are
come out
different.
of fire.
Yeah, smokeless fire, because
Yeah.
first angels were created, then jinns were created, and after many
Yes.
years humans were created. That is why
Yes.
humans are created. We don't have superpowers, but we just have
Yeah.
brains. We can create lot of things, but we cannot, like, I don't know what, but we don't have superpowers. And there was a battle, or there was a war between the angels and demons as well, you can say, or jinns,
Hmm.
where God had sent some angels to have a fight, because
Hmm.
jinns are on earth, because they are
Yes.
fallen angels, so they are on earth, and they have a parallel
Hmm.
world. They can
Correct.
see us, but we cannot see them. Right now
Hmm.
also there might be someone in your house, someone in my house, we never know.
There is.
Yeah, you never know. So this was the story. It took time for me to process, but he said, bro, मैं room में था, and whatever was happening, I had told him, you come and share the story, but he said if he comes, it will go against a lot of things.
Yeah.
So he said, I will tell you, if you want, you tell. So I'm just telling everyone. This was the
Hmm.
thing where that jinn was also in, you can say, in two
Following
minds.
orders.
Yeah, following orders in two minds, because his family was also on stake. He could not do that. That eventually, after a lot of prayers and this and that, which took a lot of time, Alex is fine right now. But the thing is,
Hmm.
once, like for example, once the how do once the jaan nikal jata hai, to then you don't get that life again. So that person is
Yeah.
just like thin, and he's like like he,
A vegetable state kind of a thing.
yes, like he's not normal even when you talk to him, and like very, he's not like active. He's, it just felt like someone has removed his soul, in simple
But
words.
I have a question. Like,
Hmm.
usually jinns, from what I know or researched, is like when they're attracted to a man or a woman, they attach themselves
Hmm.
to that person. Like,
Yeah,
if
they
they have a
can.
liking towards it, or if the jinn is happy with the cleanliness and the good deeds you do, they stay
Hmm.
with you and then they'll help you prosper. But in case if you're living in a dirty way and that good jinn doesn't like it, that'll make it hell for you to live there.
Hmm.
So for this one person to be possessed by six, seven jinns, like, did they find out as to what made them attract to Alex, that they all latched onto him?
Not really. I'm
Okay,
not
at
sure.
least with the sixth one, we know that
Why?
the shaitan had given him an assignment.
Hmm.
But then the other jinns also latched onto him. Or was he like a scapegoat?
Or maybe,
Like next time
see,
when you meet Roger, you can ask this question.
yeah, but I feel maybe, there are some people whose faith is very strong, and to break their faith also it takes lot of strength. So maybe it was not possible by one. So that is why the second,
Hmm.
third, fourth, fifth, sixth came, and I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah,
there are so
that's
many
something to think about.
think about it. But when he told me the story, it took time for me to process. But then when I was sitting and then I was thinking about it, I said maybe it might be possible. You never know, because they do strongly believe in jinns in this in the country where I'm living,
Yeah, in the
and
Middle East, it is they are much
yeah,
stronger there.
hmm, yeah, I know it is quite creepy.
Yeah, because even in where I was staying, there are a lot of jinn stories.
Hmm, that
So,
is.
like, the people were ensure that,
Hmm.
that the house is kept in a spick and span manner and all. Why? So that it is pleasing for a jinn, or, to invite a
Hmm.
jinn to come and stay with them.
Hmm.
Because jinn can also bring you a lot of luck or
Hmm.
a lot of bad luck. It
Yeah, there
can
are
go
good and
either way.
bad.
Yeah, so it can go either way.
And the actual religious region, Bukur, right? In the Middle East, they have this. They burn this Bukur.
Bukuru. Yeah.
Yeah. So I recently got to know the actual meaning, or maybe the religious meaning why they burn this Bukur. So
Why?
my sponsor, we were having
It's
lunch.
something like
Like,
a sage cleansing of the house and stuff. I think that is
yes,
more Catholic version.
kind of, because I was having lunch with my sponsor when the event got over, and
Hmm.
he was telling some things and all. So after their prayers, which is in the evening, okay,
Hmm.
they burn little bit bukur,
Hmm. And they'll put the
and
smoke everywhere.
they put smoke everywhere. The reason why it's religious for them, maybe some people are, not everyone, so
Yeah.
that whatever bad energy, whatever bad jinn or
Hmm.
whatever bad entity is
Negative
there,
energy.
they let it out. And when they put, they say some prayers also a little bit.
Yes.
So it is
Like a
maybe
cleansing of
some,
the
yeah,
house.
cleansing of the house. Maybe some people do it because of the fragrance, some people do it because of this thing what I told. But
Yeah, no, but even I've heard the same thing.
hmm,
And one of my friends, where I was staying,
hmm,
they were also staying on a rented apartment, right?
hmm,
So this couple, so the female would always feel, the wife, कि कुछ तो है or something,
hmm,
and the husband is fattu. But when he came from work and he was like dead tired and he fell asleep and he
hmm,
saw a shadow running from the kitchen towards the bathroom.
hmm,
And he's like, what did I just see? He like, did that really happen? And then he like, he was still like in half asleep, and then he like woke up,
Hmm.
and then he saw his wife was sitting on the other side, but she was busy in the phone, so she didn't notice. But he saw a prominent, like a shadow, run through from the kitchen to the bathroom area. And it's a small house, and he's like, okay, what happened? And he ignored it. But after a few days, he had a dream that from the same place, like the entrance of the passageway door.
Hmm.
In his dream, he saw that there's a shadow creeping out from the corner of that wall.
Shit.
So, similar to what he had seen, and it was during the day, yeah?
Hmm.
And he saw that, so he freaked out and he woke up. He woke up and he sat only to notice that there was an image, a shadowy image standing in the middle of the room.
Oh shit.
So it kind of moved from a dream to reality. And he said, Pri, I will kid you not, I saw it. मतलब मेरी गान फट के मेरी आंखें खुल गई थी. And then I saw this thing standing there.
Oh shit.
And
My
he
God.
blinked, like within 5 seconds it vanished. And it was in the middle of the room. So
Shit,
he's
man.
like, I know there is something there. And then we were like, okay, okay, let's do. So we bought sage, and then we bought this booker, and we did all of that. Then we had a rosary prayer one evening. We did all of that. But I think the spirit or that thing must have just ran out of the house, but must have come back again. Because it's a villa, right? So that's what.
Quite creepy, man. Quite creepy.
Yeah. But I don't think that was a jinn.
That's the only thing, now every religion has their own version of ghost or jinn or bhoot,
No, I
chudail
do
or
believe, I believe in jinns. Chudails, no.
chudails. I just recently on Instagram I shared a post from 1995 to 2021. Around 3,800 women in India were killed
Yeah, I saw that.
because as
They
people
were
assume that
accused
they're
as.
accused as, yeah. So some are made up, some are superstition for sure, especially what comes from our country, because back in the day, or
Yeah.
not our country, also back in the day, people were not educated, so you never know what stories they come up with. Because even this recently, that lunar eclipse was there. Okay, lunar or
Solar eclipse happened.
solar eclipse,
Solar
yeah.
eclipse happened just now,
Yeah,
few
so
days ago.
I was watching a video.
Mm.
Okay, back in the day, now we know the logical explanation why XYZ, whatever. I'll not go in detail, but back in the day, people from Egypt used to think that like the
Sun god,
demon,
moon god.
sun god, moon god is angry with us or something. That is why there is darkness in the
Yeah.
world, and there is evil powers, this, that, and all. And with time, whatever myths, whatever we had, we have a logical explanation now. So maybe for jinns and maybe for whatever we share, eventually after a while we will have some logical explanation, because it has to be, something has to be there, some logical explanation should be there. But for the next story which I don't have any
Oh, today we're on a roll.
for the next
Look at
story
the
which I
time.
have,
It's already 2 hours, Des.
to us, but in another 10 minutes we will we will wind up, and we'll end the
Yeah.
stream. So the next story does not have any logical explanation, and this is in my last stream which I did on Saturday. Towards the end of the stream I narrated that, but I thought let's not waste time, and I will narrate that once again. I'll just put it, Vasai horror story.
So we can ask our people to comment about it or give their
Yes.
point of view.
Yes. So I'll break the story into three parts. First is the character introduction, then the actual incident, and then after that, let's see if we have time, then we can
Hmm.
discuss if there is any logical explanation.
Done.
Okay, so the first is character introduction. There is basically one main character. His name is Calvin. Okay. Anyways, I've just used another name. So Calvin was and is my neighbor in India. Now, for people who don't know, I stay and I lived in a small place which is called as Vasai Naigaon in the interiors of Mumbai. So now this was the time when Calvin had completed his graduation, and that was the same time where call centers in India, especially in Mumbai, especially in Maharashtra, Delhi side, it had just started. A lot of people started, working for call centers. So now a lot of people also started working for night shift. So now he had a shift where he had to go to work, I think so at 7 or 8 o'clock in the evening, and by 1:32 he used to get done. So now he used to take the last train which used to go towards the end of Virar. Now before Virar there is Vasai Naigaon station. So by 2:33 or 1, I don't know exactly what was the time, the last train he caught and he came. Now it was, I think so, midweek. Now normally during that time, and that also early 2000s, used to not find any transport in the sense, because Naigaon was a very extremely small place where it did not have any street lights, it did not have
Hmm. Remote village
remote
still.
village, like a village. Naigaon means it's a gao if you translate that.
Yeah, remote
It's like
village.
a remote village. So now from the station till where we stay, it's nene karke, it is like 10 minutes walk. Okay.
Hmm.
The first 5 minutes is a walk from the station to the main entrance of the village. Okay. So that
Hmm.
5 minutes walk is a straight walk, right, left, there is nothing. Okay.
Hmm.
There is like, you know the meaning of khadi, like, it's just like small bushes
Yeah.
and some water or whatever is there, like a
Hmm.
marshy land, and there's one straight road where you can walk and reach towards the entrance of the village. Now
Hmm.
this guy, that time this Walkman and that CD player, everything was there in fashion. So he had his Walkman, he was listening to music, he was smoking a cigarette. Now
Hmm.
his built is in such a way that, if you look at him and if you look at Sanjay Dutt, it's the
Hmm.
same build. And Sanjay Dutt and this guy, they're a little bit,
Droopy shoulders.
yeah, a little bit, and he's looking down.
Hmm.
So he naturally walks that way. So now he was walking this way, having a smoke, listening to music. Suddenly, like when you are looking down, you can't see what is there in the front. Suddenly there is
Hmm.
a female who, walks past him, and she stops, like she does not go after him, she just stops next to him basically,
Creek.
and she touches his shoulder like this. She says,
Hmm.
and this is all happening in the local language, which is Marathi. So
Hmm.
she like,
Go for it. Marathi.
I'm not going to say in
Please not
Marathi.
tell her.
Nako. So she catches, like she just holds his shoulder and she says, son, just walk home straight, do not look behind. And then she left. Now this guy is also like, ये क्या बोल रही है, like, what is she saying, like पागल है क्या, like, and she was looking like a normal human being, no
Hmm.
white sari, nothing, normal lady in that kashti and all what they wear,
Hmm.
that. So now he goes front, but the thing is, we as humans, we have a lot of curiosity. We want to know. If someone says that ये मत करो, मतलब क्यों?
तो पक्का
Don't,
करने का है.
हाँ, you don't look here means you will look there only. So now
Yeah.
after you can say after like 3 or 4 steps, and it might be just 5 to 10 seconds, he said what, like what she said, like he was still processing, and then he turned behind. The minute he turned behind, she was not there. Now the thing is, this is a straight road. There is no
Yeah.
curve, there is no right, There are bushes, it's marshy land, but no one would want to go there because you'll start
You
going inside.
start
Yeah,
sinking. Yeah.
sinking. So now he got little bit scared. And see, sometimes when you think and when you talk about paranormal, then whenever you go anywhere in the middle of the night, you'll get scared. But sometimes
Yes.
when your mind is not in that mindset, then you don't think about it. So
Hmm.
after that, he just found it little bit weird and he got little bit scared.
Hmm.
Now he was not into horror. He never thought that something can happen like that.
मेरे
So
साथ होएगा.
so he turned back and he started walking. Now he got little bit worried, and then every time he kept looking back, she was not there. Now he started walking faster, and he reached
Madhuri.
near the entrance of the village. Then from the village till the house, maybe more 5 minutes. So he started walking this, that, and all. Now in our village, by God's grace, we have everything. We have the mosque, we have the temple, and we have a small chapel as well. Okay, in different parts of the village. So where we stay, okay, the closest is, you can say, a small temple. So he started walking, and now the thing is, he's walking and he can see our building. He can see our building entrance, and you know what's going to happen next. The thing is, he did not reach to the building, but he could see that same lady waiting near the entrance, not somewhere else, near the entrance. The gate is there, no? There he can see her waiting. Now that is the time where he got
Entrance of the
scared.
village or entrance
No,
of
no,
your
no.
building?
Of our building, of my building. So basically, in
Madhuri.
our building, there is A wing and B wing. So we stay in
Yeah.
the B wing and he stays in the A wing. So entrance of A wing, she was standing, and he seen that from, you can say, like 10 steps, 20 steps. So now he got
Yeah.
scared. He actually
कि
first
ये
he
यहाँ
thought,
आगे
yeah,
कैसे पहुंच गई?
he thought it might be someone else, but when he actually seen it is the same female, because he remembers, whatever she wore. Now this is the time he realized that something is wrong and something is going to happen to him. He started shivering and this, that, and all. By God's grace, he used his brains and he went close to the temple and he was waiting there. Now he did not go home. Okay.
He sat in the temple, I hope.
Yeah, he sat in the temple. He did not go home. He waited there till morning. He called his parents to pick him up from the temple, which was like a minute walk. Now the thing is, to date, he has got married, he has kids, he's working, but to date, he has got this phobia of working or going anywhere in the night. He does not do any night shift, even if they are giving him 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs.
He was like,
He's,
fuck that
he's
shit,
saying,
I'm
I'm
not
never
doing
going to
it.
do that. The next day he left. He left the company itself. He said, I'm not doing it. And that time, they used to say, you want to work, don't want to work, don't work.
Yeah.
So he left. He waited for a month. Then he started working somewhere else. That also only day. And max, he'll be out by 8, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. And now at least in Naigaon, now at least in Mumbai, 9,
Yeah.
10, 11 o'clock also people are still there. But back then, people used to go to sleep early. But
Correct.
he never goes out anyway. The thing is, this incident has put a dent on him, and he has got a phobia, which is of staying in the dark. He does not sleep without lights. He has a lot of different phobias connected to this story. So
Freak.
I don't know what.
These Marathi ghosts also, they sound so scary, no?
Yeah, man. Quite
Desmond
creepy.
मुला सरळ घरी जा हा मागे नको बघू.
Yeah. Quite creepy. But anyways, it was a very nice stream today where Priyanka came and told so many stories where I spoke, and that is that
It
is
is all
more
fresh
interesting.
content, bro.
That is more interesting rather than just me looking in the camera and talking to myself. That is why
Yeah.
other people also who are listening, you should just join in. It's not necessary that you have to tell stories, but once we start having a conversation, then automatically
Then we can
stories
go on
will,
for hours.
yeah, go on for
Then it
hours.
comes in, starts popping.
Yeah, even Divyani, I told her to join, but she's working, and now she's on calls, and she works at this time.
I
So
think yeah, some of them, because even Swapnil is doing his live.
yeah, I can see Alex is
I
gone
s-
there. Hani Pasha. Alex is narrating a story right now there. I can see it's open on
really,
my phone.
I can't
Yeah,
because I'm on your stream, so I can't see Swapnil's.
yeah. On my
So
phone, I
I
have
saw,
kept it open.
so I was like, okay, so sweet. You have your own live and we're watching his live.
Yeah, that is the best part. And the thing is, normally on Mondays he does, na. So all the people are
Hmm,
there, but it's
correct.
okay. All people are there.
Today
Uh,
was Halloween special, so
yeah,
that's
so
was
I
the thing.
wanted to do it today because tomorrow, if you do it, does not make sense. But anyways, tomorrow it's my regular
Cool. So
live
tomorrow
stream.
I will tell you about the witches.
Hmm.
So there have been like some sightings in Mexico.
Oh,
So we'll see.
let's see. I also have some couple of more stories. So, yeah.
We'll save them for tomorrow. I'm gonna crash now. It's almost
Yes.
2:30 here.
No problem. Done.
Yalla
Thank you.
habibi.
Thank you, Priyanka. Hope to see you
It's
tomorrow.
my pleasure. I
Yes.
will be back.
Yes.
I miss the Middle East.
See you soon.
Yalla. Ciao.
See you.
Bye, you guys. Good
Bye.
night.
Bye. And that was Priyanka. And that was Priyanka with some. So I'm not sure who is still there. Oh, Alex is joined back. Getting Alex in 3, 2, and 1. I just seen you on Swapnil stream.
I'll tell you one thing. I went to Minaj's stream as well,
Oh my god.
and
Oh
I
no.
sent my story to Mr. Nightmare, so he just replied to me on
Oh, he's
Instagram that
live. I think so. Yeah,
my,
everyone is live right now. It's Halloween.
yeah. So this is US working hours, right? So he
Yeah,
said
yeah.
probably he'll try to narrate my story tonight, the Alibag demonic entity story. So he reached out to me and he asked me, "Is this story for real?" I said, "Yeah, it really happened." So he's like, "Crazy man, I'll try to spook a few Americans tonight."
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know whether he'll really narrate this, but he said, "Yeah, he'll look into it."
Let's hope. If he does, then let me know. Let's hope.
I was not getting sleep, so I thought maybe I'll call you. Tell
Yeah.
them.
But me and Priyanka, we really had some interesting conversation where she said, I think so. You were there, or you had already gone by then.
I
I'm
was
not
there. I
sure.
was there.
For a while, you were there, no? Yeah. About the jinns and this, that, and all. Then I
So
seen this.
after your stream, I went to
Ah,
Minaj's
Minaj.
stream. So first I started with Avir Bhav, that is Sapnil's stream. Then I
Yeah.
came to your stream, and then I went to Minaj's stream, and now I'm back. I think it's a Halloween marathon that I'm doing.
Yes. Actually, normally I do it on Tuesdays, and most of the people are on Swapnil stream today. But I thought, anyways, it's Halloween,
See, the
so.
real Halloween would be tomorrow because I have to work. And it's 2:20. I did not sleep yet. I have an early start tomorrow. Let's hope for the
Yeah.
best.
You sleep. Because, anyways, I was almost just going to end the stream.
Let's talk for
So,
5 minutes.
no problem. Because, anyways, I'm
So
doing it
yeah, I wanted to tell
tomorrow
you
also.
about. You did
Yeah.
not watch Mind Hunters, right? Again, this is not related to Ghost and all, but
What is
this
it?
is
Pine
about
Hunters.
Mind Hunters.
Mine Hunters. It's there on Netflix, right?
Yeah, but did you watch it?
No, someone is there in the plane or something. I seen something. I'm not sure. I didn't watch it till now.
So I'll tell you about this guy. Trigger warning. This is quite scary. So there's a serial killer named Ed Kemper. Yeah. And FBI couldn't catch this guy. There was no way FBI could catch this guy because even though he was a psycho killer, he was 10 steps ahead of the FBI.
Hmm.
So he killed a lot of women, and I would not get into details because it is quite disturbing. Okay, he would cut their head off and he would have intercourse with them after they are dead.
Oh my god.
A lot of things, a lot of things. So I'll tell you how he surrendered. For almost, I think, 10, 15 years, he went on a killing spree. Okay, he would kill all across the US, multiple states, and his main victims were girls, and nobody lived to tell the tale. So one day he calls up FBI and he says that I'm so and so, and I'm a psycho killer, and I've killed these many girls. So at first they think that this guy is just fooling around.
Hmm.
But then he tells the details of the case. Only FBI would know the person was actually killed, and he also tells them where he has hidden bodies which were not yet discovered.
Oh
So
shit.
then they discover it, and then he's just sitting there. Okay, when the FBI arrives, he's just sitting there, and then the FBI locks him up,
Hmm.
and then they ask him, why he wanted to surrender. Like he could have easily gotten away with it. So like, yeah, I was tired of, it used to give him an adrenaline rush to, always keep the cops on their toes.
Hmm.
But then he realized that they can't catch him, and even he was getting bored. And there was a part of him that wanted this whole thing to stop,
Oh
and there was
shit.
no way he could stop it. Right? He couldn't stop it. So
Hmm.
he called up the cops, and he wanted to be locked for good. And then this man
Oh.
goes ahead and he tells FBI, he's the first, I would say, uh, serial killer whom they study, and
Hmm.
he's the one who tells how to catch another serial killer. So he will tell the modus operandi and how the serial killer would behave and how to catch
Mindset and
them,
all.
mindset and
Okay.
exactly. They call it as profiling, how to profile a serial killer
Hmm.
and how to catch it. Amazing,
Hmm.
amazing serial. I mean, Jeffrey Dahmer is good. Even this first 2, 3 episodes, you'll
Hmm.
feel bored. I'll be honest with you.
Hmm.
But then it kinds of catches up, and you get invested into it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, and I've done few research about this guy Ed Kemper. So Jeffrey Dahmer was pure evil. Even this guy was not a saint. The only difference is he surrendered.
Oh. Jeffrey Dahmer did not. He was caught.
Jeffrey Dahmer was caught, but this guy, he surrendered because he was tired of this cat and mouse game. He clearly tells the cops, and the way, I mean, he if he talks, even the FBI, who's very well qualified,
Hmm.
this guy has this personality that will intimidate the best FBI,
Hmm.
operatives, people who have been on field for years. They will get scared to talk to Ed Kemper. He was
Oh my
that kind
god.
of a personality. I think you're tired, Desmond.
No, no, no. I'm listening. I was just wondering, like, what might be going in their mind, when they do all that, because when I was watching Jeffrey Dahmer, because Jeffrey Dahmer I knew before Netflix released an series about him. I used to watch this documentary on YouTube, so I had seen a documentary about him. So that time only, I just wonder, like, because for us to even think to kill someone, it's like such a big thing. And just
Correct.
imagine, like, they are doing that on daily basis, and some of them eat also, that human flesh and all those. That is the worst. This is not less than horror, this is also kind of horror which will creep you out to an extreme level. That But this is one thing which disturbs me. This is the only thing. Like, if you tell me any ghost stories that there's jinn here, ghost, chudel, nothing affects me. But this is something which, because with that thought only, I don't know what to say. This creeps me out. Trust me, I'm kind of scared of these things.
No, because I think humans are more diabolic than demons and Satan and all that stuff.
Yeah. But the thing is, I don't know. I feel that once you get the hang of killing someone, when you don't have that guilt, then you will continue doing that, and then you will get a high out of it, which
Yeah,
is
that's
what.
what these serial killers do, right? They
Yeah.
the adrenaline rush they get, and not
Yeah.
only
Correct.
see the main thing they say is killing a man is difficult.
Oh.
It's like when you hunt,
Hmm.
hunting a human is most difficult because there are repercussions. You'll be caught, cops will be after you, so on and so forth.
Correct. Yeah. But back in the day, when the kings and everyone, this Raja Maharaja used to be there. They used to have so many wars and people used to kill, and it used to be like a pride for them.
Yeah, that was different. They did not
But
have any
but later on, the
moral.
mindset was changed, and people used to put them in the jail and this that and all. I think so. Before killing was a very common thing for people.
Yeah, yeah.
But this is the thing which creeps me out. Trust me, I just get blank then. When because Jeffrey Dahmer also in the Netflix web series, there was one part where the father, when Jeffrey Dahmer was small, and when his father was telling him about something, and then there was one rat which they found.
Yeah, the
In
raccoon.
the
Yeah,
Yeah, and then after that, they were doing like a post-mortem thing where it was like a very normal thing for Jeffrey Dahmer when he was small itself, to cut the body and to do this and that, and also maybe it just became a thing for him, like which he felt maybe it might be not wrong, whatever he's doing uh, was normal, and that also being gay and getting guys in the house, and oh my god. And the worst part, it was only he was targeting, or he was only approaching black guys, right? Is it like that? Because I didn't
no,
complete
no,
the.
not black guys in specific, but yeah, men. And unfortunately, most of his victims were the black
Bla-
guys,
yeah, that is what
or you can say
which.
the colored guys.
Yeah, Afro American. Because in
Not
one.
only Afro American, even I think there was a guy from Asia. He killed
Okay. Okay.
Asia, and there was one, I think Spanish
Okay.
Mexican guy.
Okay. 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 Quite creepy, man. Quite creepy.
But then the worst part is these guys can sleep peacefully after doing it. Like there's no remorse, no conscience.
That is what, like I've seen some interviews where he is in the jail and they're doing the documentary and all, and it's like just I would not able to eat food also, after that, like, and he's able to eat food, and everything was normal in
Yeah,
that.
one reporter asked him, like, why would you do it?
Hmm.
He was like, because I loved them so much, I didn't want them to leave. So I wanted to keep a memento.
My
So
God,
probably a skull or a limb.
this and that one scene was quite creepy. I think so. It was in the first episode itself where he goes to open the fridge for a beer, and then I think so one person's head or skull or something is there in the fridge.
Was it? I mean, I didn't see it. But in reality, they say when the cops came, they were they were terrified. They
Yeah,
found a
because all
skull.
pieces and skull and chunks of all body pieces were there in one like big container which he had kept, and he kept telling the neighbors that the meat has got spoiled, and that is why he this that and all.
I really, you know, feel bad for that Asian kid. Have you seen that episode? The cops.
He's he's the one who's like young, and he meets them out
Yeah,
of
yeah.
the bar or something, not bar, like a wine shop or
And he
something.
tries to escape, but the cops are so foolish that they
Aha,
let
yeah,
him
yeah,
back
yeah.
home to Jeffrey Dahmer.
Correct, correct, correct. He said that he's my boyfriend, and yeah, yeah, yeah. Correct, correct. It was the other black guy who eventually the cops
But those cops
understood.
were also good, who accompanied the black guy because
Ah,
they
yeah,
did thorough investigation. They
yeah.
asked, if you see properly, they took the chain of that drawer,
Hmm.
to uncuff this guy.
Hmm.
And Jeffrey Dahmer realized he made a mistake by handing over the keys to the cops. So when he said, "I'll get it for you," the cops said, "No, we'll remove it." And
Hmm.
that is when they figured out. They
Something is wrong.
saw the
Yeah.
pictures and all. First they saw the pictures, and then uh, that guy said, "Okay, these are real."
Hmm.
Then they opened the fridge and all. That guy was terrified, who went in. But luckily he was caught.
Hmm. Yeah, man.
But you never know, such people might be in India as well.
There
There was a
are
case,
there are
you
people.
remember,
Yeah.
in Kerala that happened few days back. Have you read
Hmm.
that black
Kerala.
magic
No.
case?
No, not really.
They kill two women and they eat their flesh.
Oh,
In
not
Kerala,
really.
yeah.
Recently it happened.
Recently, hardly 2 weeks back. Just Google, look it up as Kerala black magic case.
So do you know what was the story behind that? Kerala black magic case. One body was cut into 56 pieces. Oh
Yeah,
my
and they
god.
also, yeah, cooked and ate it.
Gruesome details of the Kerala human sacrifice case has come to light. As police said, one of the bodies was cut into 56 pieces. The three accused reportedly cooked parts of the victim's body and consumed it. Oh my god. Like, I don't know, what goes in people's mind, or is it that they are possessed and the some demonic entity is telling them to do that? I don't
No,
know,
they,
yaar,
they
because
wanted to get rich faster. I don't know what is the logic behind it by killing people, but yeah,
so you
apparently that was the
sacrifice.
reason. Yeah,
What?
you sacrifice humans, something of that weird crap, and
That's
you'll
not
be blessed with money. This
what
was a
you'll do
big
with
thing
money.
in India.
No, I didn't know about this. What you told
Yeah.
me?
Even last year there was a case in Hyderabad. Two daughters were killed for black magic.
Uh, yeah,
You know
there
this case,
is.
right?
I heard about it, but now I don't remember in detail. But
So, dude,
yeah,
there,
there
there are
are.
a lot of Jeffrey Dahmers in India, just that we're yet to discover.
Yeah, we are yet to discover. There was one case in Kerala or somewhere in South India where there was an episode on Crime Patrol as well, where, like, she had killed everyone in the family in like 10 to 15 years by giving little bit of poison which created heart attack for the family.
Oh,
Like, she killed the mother-in-law, she killed the husband, she killed the child, everything. And it became a big thing, like, because some of the family members were from the Middle East, and it had become here very famous, and that is how I got to know. And then
any specific reason why she killed them? Just for fun.
she did not like them. Like, whenever she used to have problems with someone in the family, she used to just, she had some, how do I say, some medicine or some chemical or something, which if you put that in your food or if in anything, after a day or so you will die of heart attack because your heart stops. So everyone thought like it was like, a natural death, and she didn't kill everyone in like 6 months, 15 to 20 years. Like, she killed one person, and then after 5 years she killed another person because she used to get angry with that person, so she used to kill.
Oh,
Then slowly there was a family member who was staying in the Middle East, had a doubt that why
hmm.
everyone is dying with the same sickness. And
Correct.
then all the property, all the money was gone on her, and no one had got anything. And no one knew that when the will was made, and when the all the property had gone, and there were other kids also, but they were working in different countries. Then when they investigated, then they got to know that there is some scene happening, and then they caught that female. Now she's in jail. There are many stories, where people assume that the female is being possessed or whatever, and whack the shit out of the female, and then the female is dead, but it's just the blind faith what people have. Last year also, I think so, somewhere in Chennai side, somewhere in Tamil Nadu, lockdown had almost got over. It had been 6-7 months, where one small village in Tamil Nadu had opposed a lockdown only for that village. And you know what was the reason?
Why?
The thing is, every year they used to have one puja, like a ritual thing, where they used to pray to some god or to some demon entity or whatever, so that there will be peace in that village. But because of that lockdown, the actual COVID lockdown, they could not do it. And after everything opened, everyone started falling sick and everyone started getting possessed, or some other things happened. So the the what is the thing which is called, like, the who's the ruler of the small villages, what are they called?
Sarpanch.
Sarpanch, yeah. The Sarpanch himself said that our village is in danger and we have to have a complete lockdown. And the government of India did not know that. After that, they realized that they have done a complete lockdown, and in one place they were doing all these rituals, and they were kind of ill-treating the people who were not well. But eventually they came to know they were not well because they had maybe COVID or fever or whatever. But the people in the village assumed that because they have not done the rituals for that past 1-2 years, the devil or the Devi, I'm not really sure what, has got angry with them, and now they have started punishing their family members, or they're punishing the villagers. So it was a big thing. There is a colleague of mine who works with me. He's from Tamil Nadu. So he had told me this thing. And then when I researched about it, it's not in English, but it is in that language, in Tamil. But he just told me, like, so and so thing happened. There are many stories, but the thing is, India news, they don't cover this. But now Netflix has started to produce some good content from India as well, where they are talking about, like, how Jeffrey Dahmer kind of serials are there. They are trying to research more about that and trying to get some stories from India as well. If you go to see, there will be so many, but very less information. That's the only problem. Because even when I was researching about one case which was somewhere in Gujarat, I did an episode also where I got extremely less information, and all the different articles from different newspapers had the same PR, means the same press release, same text, everything same. There's little bit changed. The story was that a couple of years before, during Diwali, the couple did not wanted to celebrate in their village, so they went to another village where they have the family home, where the auntie, mami, chachi, everyone is there. So they wanted to celebrate the festival there. Now what happened is, during Diwali, and they had gone for a week. So during the festival, they had gone out for shopping. They went to the fair, this, that, and all, and they came back. Now next day, the wife started behaving in a very normal, like in a different way. She started shaking and she started acting very weird. So everyone in the family, including the husband, assumed that she's been possessed, and they started hitting her. And they started hitting her to an extreme level where she almost died. You can see she was admitted to the hospital. I'm not sure she died or not, but she was admitted to the hospital and she was very serious. Later on, when the doctors and everything came, they found out that she had got fits. So because she got fits, she was shaking, and they assumed that she's possessed. So just imagine. And it's not from and this is a village somewhere from Gujarat, somewhere in the interiors of Gujarat. So maybe they are not extremely educated, but this is what happens when you don't know the basic information. Like that female, the wife was getting fits, you need to take her to the doctor. You don't need to assume and take everything to, the supernatural or the paranormal. At least first consult a doctor, see what is wrong, and then if there is no solution, then you can, speak to a priest or something. But and the thing is, they themselves, the family members themselves decided, no, हम लोग ये करने वाले, चलो करते. So it had become a big thing. I had done an
Correct.
episode also on this. But the thing is, there's not lot of information. You have to dig deep. I tried to do that for that case, but I did not get all the these articles with the same content. Because no one wants to talk about this. Only if some Bollywood star is there or some exciting news, that is what people want to see. So on that you'll get a lot of information, but on such cases you will actually have to, go personally to the cops or to the media house and get proper information, which becomes difficult sometimes.
True.
Anyways, it's 2 hours 40 minutes. I shall also end the stream because even I'm working tomorrow. It will become a big task for me to get up again, and
Yeah, I
hopefully,
agree. I hope I'm able to get up tomorrow.
yeah, same here.
Not
And
that.
then I'll come back from
That's
work. I'll go to sleep, and then I hope I do my live stream tomorrow. I want to do it, but it's just that I just want to sleep as well. Let's see how much sleep I get now. Anyways, thank you, Alex. If I'm doing my live stream tonight, which is Tuesday night, I will send a notification. And if you're not following me on Instagram, do follow. Are you on Instagram by any chance?
yes, I am.
Yeah, follow me there because first I keep my updates there on Instagram first, and then I put it on YouTube. So hopefully I should be doing, but I will confirm by tomorrow evening itself. Depends if I have got proper sleep now, and if I get up properly tomorrow, then it's okay. Let's hope.
Sure.
Okay. So are you
It's just
planning? Are you planning to go in another stream now, or you're planning to sleep?
no.
What
I
is
read all the three streams. I'm waiting for
marathon?
this Mr. Nightmare to
Let
reply.
me know. Let me know. Even I would like to hear your story and his narration. Let's see. Let's hope.
Oh, he narrates it very well.
Yeah, let's hope.
I hope I didn't bore you tonight.
No, 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 no. I told you, I love to have conversation. I wait for the live stream so I can have conversations. Because in my house, no one likes horror, so I cannot talk about horror at least to them. So you guys are only the one who I talk to. That is going to be interesting. So let's see tonight. Let's hope to have another live stream.
Sure.
Okay, done,
Take
done,
care.
done. Thank you
Desmond.
once again for coming, and
Happy
hope to see
Halloween.
you soon. Wish you the same once again.
Sure.
Take care.
Happy week.
See you.
Bye.
Yeah. See you. See you. And that was Alex. Anyone else is there who would like to join in because it's 2 hours 43 minutes. But there are 5 people live. Let me know who are these 5 people. At least say good night so I know who's there and who's not there. So anyways, another 2 minutes I'm going to end the live stream. So first of all, thank you. It was amazing. Alex came, then Priyanka came, then Guten Tag, Hani Pasha. You come on the chat, but you never come on the live stream. So I'm waiting for you to be on the live stream so that we can speak. And if you have anything to share, you can share. Yes, that is what it is. So thank you so much. Priyanka is there. Yeah, Priyanka is one. Good night. Good night. Good night, everyone. And thank you once again. And always remember, this live stream and all my live streams and all my content is only for entertainment. Do not believe everything whatever we speak. It's up to you. If you want to believe and if you don't want to believe, it's up to you. But it's only for entertainment. We do not promote blind faith. We do not promote any superstition. So chill. Enjoy the Halloween week. enjoy watching all scary movies. And if you have anything to share with me, I will see you tonight on my live stream. I hope I get proper sleep and I hope I do it. But for sure, I'll try my best to do another live stream, which is tonight, which is Tuesday evening, okay, which is my regular live stream. So for the month of October we are done, and in the month of November I am free and I will be getting a lot of live streams, lot of episodes, lots of things. So thank you everyone, and I shall see you soon. Good night. Good night.